Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika. Eins von 100.000 kleinen Bienelein wird umschwärmt. Erika. Denn ihr Herz ist voller Süßigkeit. Zarter Duft entströmt dem Blütenlein. Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika.
Starting the stream off with a little Erica, okay? Just to let the Groypers know they're welcome. Come on in. Get in the chat.
In der Heimat wohnt ein kleines Mägdelein. Und das heißt Erika. Dieses Mädel ist mein treues Schätzelein. Und mein Glück, Erika. Wenn das Heidekraut rot-lila blüht, singe ich zum Gruß dir dieses Lied. Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein. Und das heißt
Here we go. We're taking it an octave up. Let's go.
In mein Kämmerlein blüht auch ein Blümelein. Und das heißt Erika.
Sing along, Chad. I know you know the words. Let's go. Should be brushing up on your German.
Schon beim Morgengrauen, so wie beim Dämmerschein, schaust mich an, Erika. Und dann ist es mir, als wenn es läuft. Denkst du auch an deine kleine Frau? In der Heimat bleibt und ich ein Mägdelein. Und das heißt Erika.
I think that's a part of leadership, is to have some of the guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years. And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
Me too.
So I have that perspective.
This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Welcome, welcome. I am Dark Match Steve. They call me Dark Match Steve. They call me Young Darky. They call me Lil Darky. They call me Young Darkness. They call me Lil N-Word. They call me Hard R. They call me White Chocolate. They call me Peanut Arbuckle. Welcome, welcome. God damn it, I'm running over cords with my rolling chair. Fucking hate this stream. Just kidding, guys. Welcome. You may notice I have my shirt off. It's that kind of night. This is my house. This is my stream. This is my studio, aka my bedroom. So I'm going to have my shirt off. If anyone wants to bitch about it, please leave a comment or get in the chat. It helps with the. Might be part of the reason I sometimes do a shirtless stream. Oh, with the nipples out. I want the nipples in frame. In fact, chat, if you ever at any point in this stream see my nipples out of the frame, I need you guys to tell me. You need to say something. If you see something, say something. All right, chat, we'll get to you guys in a minute. I'll say hello. Tonight, what are we taking a look at? The long-awaited, and it's only been a few days, but it's been a long few days. Sam Hyde did an interview with Nick Fuentes. Okay? Been waiting to watch this. I have not watched one fucking minute of this. And I saw a clip pop up on Twitter or Instagram somewhere, and I immediately skipped past it. I was like, no, we're saving this for the stream. This is going to be good shit. Can't wait for this shit. Now, just on its own, anytime Sam Hyde does want to, he's been doing, what is this, episode 8 or something? We'll see when we click on this. But Sam Hyde's done a few of these, what is it? It's actually called the Sam Hyde Show, I believe, where he'll rant about something for a little bit, and I guess he's doing interviews and that type of thing now too. He's going to mix that into the bit, but he did, like, the Dear Elon, who the fuck else? One about Vivek Ramaswamy or something, Vivek. I still don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. I don't care. But anyway, regardless of what subject matter or who the fuck he's talking to, we would be tempted to review one of Sam Hyde's videos on this stream. The fact that he's talking to Nicholas Fuentes, that just makes it irresistible. So we're going to take a look at that. It's like an hour long. Should be good. Should be fun. And also tonight, I guess Nick Fuentes is currently getting some more flack about being a Fed or something, being a provocateur, a paid or a Fed agent provocateur, something. At January 6th, I saw Milo did some tweet about it, and Nick said he was probably going to respond tonight or something. So if that happens, if some clips go up or if there's some drama on Twitter, we might take a look at that. So we'll see. Tonight, we are on YouTube. We are on X, and we are on Rumble because we're talking about Nick Fuentes. So we're definitely dipping our little toesies into the rumbling waters. So yeah, wherever you're at, get in the chat. Your voice needs to be heard, especially you little groypers out there. Get in my chat, set us straight. Tell me if you think Nick is a Fed or something, whatever. Yeah, get in the chat. I'm headed over there right now. As some of you may know, we have a little incentive for the chat, okay? A lot of people, they just do their stream. They don't give back to their audience. Quite honestly, it's pathetic. It disgusts me, okay? Here at Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve, we provide a little bit of incentive, okay? I give back to my audience. One way that we do this, one of many ways, is whoever is first in my chat gets a free prostate milking. The way that works is you're first in my chat. I shout you out. I say, hey, so-and-so won a free prostate milking. Okay? Then you clip that, and it becomes basically like an NFT or something. Okay? And then you can come to Tampa, show me the clip that I said I'd give you a free prostate milking. I'll show it to Grok and see if, scan it to see if it's artificial intelligence. If it's some fucking CGI AI stuff, you're immediately banned from the chat. Okay, but anyway. And we used to have a rule, guys. This is the thing, is the rule for the longest time is if you're a female and you're first in my chat, you don't have a prostate. So I physically cannot do a free prostate milking. This is not some kind of anti-trans political statement I'm making here. I physically, if you're a woman, you don't have a prostate. I can't do a prostate milking. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You are allowed to trade them and give them to men as a present. They're good for Valentine's Day. Christmas, birthday gifts, Father's Day gift, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, Flag Day, any of these holidays, any day, honestly, it makes a good gift on any day to give a free prostate milking from me. Okay, ladies have always been allowed to trade them. I'm changing a rule for the chat, guys. If you are a man and you are first in my chat, the rule used to be you are not allowed to trade the free prostate milking. You have to receive it. Okay? You know, you're not allowed to trade it to some other guy, or I will find you. If you're first in my chat, I will find you. I have a particular set of skills. Okay? That was always the rule. I've seen the opportunity of where this could actually turn into like real currency. So I want to open it up, new rule. Men and women, you're both now allowed to trade the free prostate milking coupons. NFTs basically is what it's turning into. It's a type of currency. I'm really trying to turn this into a real currency. I think we could replace the dollar. I mean, really, that should be easy enough. It's really, dollars aren't really worth anything in the United States. I'm really thinking this could take off if I allow you guys to trade them. So that's new rule. You guys are allowed to trade them. So congratulations. I know there's a lot of happy people in the chat right now. All right, let's get to the chat. Dutch Duke in here. Seconds? No, you're first. That's right. First, buddy. Finally. Congratulations. Dutch Duke somehow beat the Fat Pig in here. Now, you see this happen once in a while. Normally, the Fat Pig is first in my chat, and he gobbles up all the free prostate milkings. He's kind of like territorial about it. I don't even think he wants them from me. I think it's just he doesn't want other people to get my attention. It's a weird thing, but I respect the game. He's in here first almost every single night, the Fat Pig. But like tonight, I set the stream up kind of late, so I think Fat Pig checks in here about 6-something, 7 o'clock when I normally have it set up. And because I set it up late, he's not first in here. So Dutch Duke, you barely got it, but congratulations. Truth is Unbreakable is in here. Second, it's all good. Hey everyone, yeah. Stacy G, Truth is Unbreakable. Stop trying to hide that you're jealous. It's okay. It really is. Bob Cook, welcome. Thank you guys for coming. Scott Starbird's in here. What's up? Michael Earl, Vex Vandal. What's up? I like the name. Vex Vandal. Funny Face. What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. Jeff Cron's in here. 2 black kids with a podcast. What is the deal with that, huh, guys? Week. His Isle, his it, Lizer. Is that a HH? Does that mean what I think it means? Is that a hizzy for the hizzy? A hizzy to the his it Lizzie. Oh, fuck. Donald Ferguson. What's up, Don? Thanks for joining us. Vex Vandal, I appreciate it. Thank you. Snafu Magoo. Imagine shaving your chest like a girl. Do girls shave their chest? What the fuck? What kind of girls are you hanging out with? What kind of hairy bitches are you hanging out with, Snafu Magoo? Well, welcome. Promo code's in here. I shave my chest like a girl. I think Hulk Hogan does too. Well, not anymore. Jeff Cron said HH equals Hulk Hogan. You got to be kidding me. On a Nick Fuentes night, someone puts HH in here and they're not referring to the Kanye West song. You guys got to be kidding me. What? Scott Starboard, is that real? Did you actually check? Is this actually my 275th live stream? That's weird. You just counted. Bro, if you try to look up Kanye West's song, if you go to YouTube and type in Kanye West H, a lot of people have it up as HH. And on Twitter, I found it that way too. Because they don't want to put his it Lizer. So they put HH. So, but yeah, I don't know. All right, let me pull this up. I think Sammy has this on YouTube, but if not, I can go to Twitter. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, get back over here. All right, here we go.
In your side project to life, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete Israel.
Sounds scary.
Looking to sell.
Oh, look, guys, more ads. If you accidentally click anywhere on a YouTube video, it just automatically plays you another ad, which is one of my favorite features on YouTube.
Your house, choosing the right buyer matters. Hi, I'm Andrew the home buyer, and I'm
Andrew the homosexual.
Looks like we might have to do another show.
This young man who's with us is the recipient of the J. Albert Bean Libertarian Young Creative Thinkers Award. Guys, we're very excited to have Nick Fuentes with us in the house. Nick, how you been?
This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I picked tonight to be a pipe tobacco night. I knew that was going to be good. Good choice.
Good, yeah, great to be with you.
Excellent. Is the fucking air conditioning on for a reason? Let's actually make it louder. Let's make it louder in post.
We are Ronald McDonald. Our allegiance is to truth and justice.
N-word thinking.
You are now banned from the computer.
From a FEMA fridge full of cursed condiments. The only broadcast still operating under the 1983 Emergency Continuity Act. This is the Sam Hyde Show. Tonight, don't watch in the school computer lab. It's Nick Fuentes.
The Sam Hyde Show.
This episode is brought to you by Hale. Is that the actual brand name? The microphone cradle is by Hale? Heil. Heil what? It's just Heil. It's never just Heil. We know this. It's never just Heil.
This is going to be so fun. Oh, Rainy's in here. Rainy. What's up, Rainy? Guys, Rainy is selling Epstein's properties for the United States federal government. If you could hit her up in the DMs, she'd like to get these off of her hands. Her hands are literally filthy from trying to sell these Epstein properties. Please buy the properties.
Ohio. Guys, welcome back.
Please buy the properties. The money, the profits from the selling of Epstein's properties will go towards Ghislaine Maxwell's defense fund. Please DM Rainey.
To the Sam Hyde Show. Very proud to present Nick Fuentes. Fresh off his Candace Owens interview. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I had to stop listening at about an hour because she was yapping so much.
Yeah, it's really more like an interrogation.
She was coming after. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what her problem is. It's another narcissistic black woman, pretty typical.
Come on, Candace. What's going on over there, buddy? So what's going on in the world, man? What's new with you?
I mean,
listen to that loud ass jacket. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. I love this already.
got the war with Iran. We have the Epstein files.
I've heard from some pretty high up sources that this might be million-dimensional chess. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, Trump has not lost cat turd yet, so I think there still might be a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is an epic crash out.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Million-dimensional chess.
I think it's over. This is Zognold Blumpf and the final stand.
Oh,
I'm afraid of what's going to happen next. I think he's going to turn the cannons on us now.
You think Trump's going to go after the alt-right?
I do. I think it's over. I think it's been over.
The entire world is sexually blackmailed by Mossad. Do mainstream people know this?
I think so. The name's Epstein, so it's kind of hard to ignore.
Regular people know about Epstein.
Well, it was absolutely blatant. You know, he goes to jail for sex trafficking, dies mysteriously. The cameras were turned off. Nobody was there. I actually just discovered this last week.
I think people are actually fooled by, you know, how like Gene Simmons and every other fucking really famous Jewish person has their name changed. And I think there's people that, because there's so much of Jewish people changing their last names and stuff, I think there's some people that like don't really pay attention to the last name, or they just, you know, they don't see the connection, because there's enough like examples of people that have changed their name to something inconspicuous. And I don't know. I don't know, you know, Epstein, the fact that the name is a Jewish name, for some reason, it doesn't give any, in, you know, normie minds, for some reason, it's like harder to get across that there may be a connection between that guy and the Mossad, and the name isn't a red flag for them for some reason. I don't know.
Bill Barr was the attorney general when he killed himself. That means he was overseeing the federal prison that Epstein was detained in. Did you know that Bill Barr's father was the principal of the school that Jeffrey Epstein worked at in the 1970s?
Oh my God.
Jeffrey Epstein was hired by Bill Barr's dad at the Dalton School in 1974. And then his son, Bill Barr, oversaw the detention facility that he died at. So it's just beyond parody. And it became a meme. You know, Epstein didn't kill himself. The meme should have been the Jews killed Epstein to keep him shut, you know, because it's like, well, who killed him then? It just does to show you get one side or the other. If you get the left, you get George Soros. If you get the right, you get Jeff Epstein in Israel. So
It's nice how that story came full circle, though. It's a generational thing. We were talking about people in the CIA, some of them wanting to push war with China. Why would people want this? Why is it like a thing that anybody would push for?
You have three real countries in the Middle East. You have Turkey, Egypt, and Iran. Everything else is basically a construct. Everything else is fake. Egypt and Turkey have been pro-Israel for 50 and 80 years each. Iran's the only major country that still opposes them in the region. So the Jews want a war with Iran because that's basically the last opponent. China, for obvious reasons.
That sounds kind of badass.
It is.
I got chills when you said they're the last opponent. It made me think I was watching some badass action movie.
So that's why they want a war with Iran. They want a war with China. Elements in the U.S. want that because they're going to be the next great competitor. They're going to be the next great power competitor. But I don't mind them, actually. I think the Chinese are all right.
I'm just thinking, what would you need? Would you need to go to war with somebody if they're going to be a competitor?
No, not necessarily.
Does it necessitate bombing and going to war? I'm just thinking.
It is if you're Lockheed Martin, if you're Halliburton.
Thinking what many great leaders have thought for thousands of years, Ryan.
When are you not thinking like many great leaders?
I fucking love this noisy ass jacket. I fucking love this. Snafu Magoo said, true, Victoria Nuland used to be Noodleman, really? That, you know what? I feel like I have seen that. It's probably true. The municipalities are ready to kill their fan base. Yeah. Sam Hyde got away with it again. Son of a bitch. It's just incredible. How do you get away with this?
Indeed. Anyway.
It's a shame that it crackles when you're just doing your most comfortable movements.
Well, I have to break it in here. I don't have time to break it in when I'm not on the show.
Is that regular leather?
This is Indian goat leather for real.
Okay.
We're doing an ad read, right? Let's start this ad read right with a little copyright-free music. What's up, YouTube? Today we're promoting a great product. Thanks for this royalty-free music. All right. Let's see what guests we have to appease today. They didn't fire us? Guys, I tell everybody that I'm associated. Did they pay for the premium video package? No? Okay. Run it on the B cam there.
We're in an adception right now. This is an ad within an ad. This is what I love about YouTube is not only do you have the ads on the videos like this one here for Biscoff, and the funny thing is how I will never eat Biscoff in my fucking life. I eat real food. I have organic food in my house, and I've got a Biscoff commercial on YouTube wasting everyone's time. They must know I do a live stream, and this is for you guys. They must, the algorithms must know, because never in my life am I going to eat a Biscoff. It would literally have to be the economy completely crashed, which we're probably not that far off from. And this is like some free snack that they gave out at a church or something. And I went to get free food from a church donated to me. That would be a situation where I would eat Biscoff. But here we are. So we've got an ad on the video. And then you remember, once we skip this ad, then we're in an ad inside the video being read by Sam Hyde, which actually makes it better and tolerable. But you get what I'm saying. This is what I like about YouTube is ads within ads. And, you know, like right now, if I was like, hey, you know, I've already watched 30 minutes of this. Let me skip ahead. If I click right here, it's going to give us another ad. That's the cool thing about YouTube. There's no way I'd want to watch this next part without watching an ad in between having watched an ad right here. You know I want to watch this ad before I get to the content. I love it.
Everybody I'm associated with, take as much as you can of Stiff Lip Sucks. I mean, sucks. When I want to be healthy and protect my heart, I pack my lip with 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's, in my opinion, a normal amount of caffeine that everybody needs for their daily vitamins. It's simple science. Let me show you on the whiteboard. Here at Stiff Lips, do we even have any of their crap? We don't. We ran out of. Hold on, let's get good audio here. Now, we've run out of Stiff Lip Sups because they're so effective, so efficacious, scientifically backed, clinically studied and proven that we use them all the time. Oh my God, that's sacrilegious. And they put God in lowercase. This is a slight morale improvement that is trademarked. I'm not even. It's one of those things where there's no way out. There's no way to make it funny or interesting. There's no way to come out on top with this ad. Stiff Lip Sups. Stiff Lip Sups. Was the military hard? Oh, did your friend die? Oh, no! You better get some energy! I was over in Iraq, Mosul. I used the SIG 441. That gun, people are saying now that it's got automated discharge. That's because of improper handling techniques. I use a SIG 441 all the time. Freeze! That's my friend. I almost shot my friend at the range. So I couldn't take the edge. Couldn't take it anymore. Fireworks, 4th of July. Bang! Oh, is there a dog barking? Help! 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 I'm a shoot! I'm a shoot! I'm a shoot! I'm a shoot! Stiff Lip Sups. is going to get you back on top. Your lady cheated on you? They all do. Welcome to the party, pal. Guys, promo code Sam for 10% off all orders. Stifflipsups.com.
Man, it's a toss-up whether who does ad reads better, Sam Hyde or Matan Evan. That's a toss-up, but both of these guys, you can sit through a whole ad and not even realize you're in an ad. Like, you get lost in the bit.
Come, I'll see you there because I'm buying it.
That's an art form.
I might put it back on later.
Just throw it on top of the shoulders.
Atop the blazer, yeah.
Tie it around the waist like Raven.
Waist.
The fuck are these? Whose are these?
Oh, nice.
I bet those at a gas station.
I like how they're I like how they censor out Sam Hyde's bald spot. I fucking love that.
So they're the world's.
You like buying stuff at gas stations?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I always think it's fun. So we're on the road a lot. They always have knives and crazy cool shit you can just flip around and throw. I got in Arizona, an alien Area 51 driver's license, but it was like irregularly long, so it didn't fit in the card slot. So I had to make a special exception and put it where the money goes, in the wallet. So now I just have this extra card in my wallet that's like Area 51 alien. It's like I'm an alien. So the cop pulls me over and I say, "Here you go, officer. I'm a fucking alien." All right.
I posited that maybe it's a different shape because like it's from outer space.
That's a good investment.
It's like it's not the standard card shape. It's
they use
from a different. Yeah,
they still.
It's a Mercurian standard.
They're still with rectangles. They're still fine with rectangles, but it's different specs. Yeah, exactly. So listen.
Grando Reaper, what's up, bro? Grando's in here. What's up, family? Jeff Cron said Biscoff cookies are actually good with the cookie butter. Yeah, I know. I'm just I like to talk shit. I'm not gonna buy them though. That's the thing. There could even be like when I was on a plane, when I went traveling, I ate a Stroop waffle. I actually didn't eat it on the plane, but our flight was so delayed and fucked up, we didn't land in fucking Casper, Wyoming until like fucking 1 a.m. And I saved that Stroop waffle. I was like, I'm going to eat this when we get to the hotel room. Then I'm going to smoke a bowl and I'm going to bed. And yeah, there's like, there's no chance I would ever buy one. That's not going to happen. I wouldn't even buy one to give to a homeless person. A hungry child. I don't know. Internet Historian does good ads too. I'll have to check that out. Dude, Matan, Evan, I haven't. So recently, they haven't been quite as good. But, bro, since I started watching Matan months ago, they were like really good. The sheath underwear, he would fucking and I have 1 or 2 pairs of sheath underwear. They're okay. But yeah, the way he would do the ads for that, and he would talk shit about the owner and stuff, and they would bleep part of it out, and it's pretty funny. Stroop waffle goes pretty hard too. Yeah, they're not bad.
My viewers are not as educated as your viewers. All right. We need to know what else is going on. So the U.S., we want war with Iran because they're the last opponent. It sounds badass. Okay, I'm going to give the devil his due here. We want war with China because they're a possible competitor.
Well, they just did the.
Which one are you saying? You saying Sam Hyde? You said this guy has family annihilator energy. I forgot to read your thing. Your chat. You talking about Sam or Nick? Who the fuck buys Biscoff? That's a good question.
A big beautiful bill.
Biscoff really is. It's like a fucking snack. Or if I'm not mistaken, they were giving that out on the plane too. Biscoff. I think they were giving that out on the plane, and I chose a Stroop waffle. It was the complimentary snacks.
That just got through Congress. They're cutting the corporate tax rate again, extending the corporate tax cut, and to pay for it, they're cutting Medicaid by $900 billion, which I think is like great politics. You know, taking away healthcare to pay for corporate tax cuts is a real winner.
That's funny, yeah.
Well, and it's like, this is just so classic. Every year, people vote for fewer immigrants. People vote because we hate seeing like Venezuelans peddling candy bars on the street. And every year we just get tax cuts, get a corporate tax cut and like $1 trillion defense budget and more wars for Israel. So that's basically what was in the bill. And well, here's the best part. They allocated $150 billion for border, for ICE and deportations and for the border. And then the same day that the bill passed, Trump got into a rally and said, we're not going to do mass deportations anymore. So well, what's the money for then? And then they told us the week later, the deportations are now for citizens that criticize Israel. That's the new memo from the DOJ. They're going to revoke citizenship of people that criticize Israel and then deport them to Libya.
Well, guys, this is why I've always said that Israel is our greatest ally, you know. And I know people have a lot of critiques of that. They say, like, you know, what about the USS Liberty? They sunk that United States naval ship. And hey, what about 9/11 and the issues surrounding October 7th and everything, and getting the U.S. involved in regime change wars? And I go, well, by definition, those red flags and those issues that everybody else has problems with, by definition, those things are probably good for our country. It's good that they had happened. It's for the benefit of the United States because Israel is our greatest ally. So whatever, even if there's some sketchy shit, I know there was some weird stuff in the JFK assassination docs and all that, tying Israel to it. But you know, whatever way they're tied to, you know, terrible things in U.S. history, it's for the betterment of our country, by definition.
And Africa.
I remember when they were deporting people for being pro-Palestine, people on, was it student visas?
Yep.
So people who were, listen, we don't want Arabs in this country, but they were in this country legally here to study, and they were being deported because they were critical of Israel. And I saw a lot of people on the right sort of cheering that, like they didn't understand why that might be a bad thing. So what, they're going to deport who now?
Citizens. They're revoking the citizenship.
How does that work?
Bro, this is this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is not good. I don't like the way, pretty much from the get-go, how Trump has been slowly slipping down this slope. Slowly, seriously slipping down this slippery slope here. Dude, it's it's such a bad look. The fucking conservative Israel lapdogs are just like, it's so pathetic, man. You are like an obedient little fucking dumb golden retriever. The way some of these, like, you know, some of these ultra MAGA or just like ultra conservative people who are just like undyingly you know, mercilessly defending fucking Israel. It's just such a bad look.
What does that mean?
So you're gonna fucking be deporting U.S. citizens that are anti-Israel in any way, like, and not even anti, but critical. What if you're pro-Israel, but you're critical of them because you want to see a better Israel? Even that gets you in trouble, I think.
If you're a naturalized citizen, meaning you attain it after you're born in another country, you come here, get your citizenship. They say the top 5 priorities of the DOJ this year will be revoking naturalized citizenship from anybody that is a threat to Israel or criticizes Israel.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. Wow, that's not a slippery slope at all, guys. Good job, you fucking lapdogs. Good job, Charlie Kirk and anybody else that's gonna fucking defend this. Good job.
It's the new move.
Do you think that Rosie O'Donnell's a test run for a straight up She was born in America.
She was.
And Trump was saying that, like, it's probably like the test subject. If everybody hates Rosie, so we're going to deport her. And then everybody's going to be like, yeah. And then now you've opened that door to make that possible. And then we're gone.
Did they deport Rosie?
Not yet.
He said we should look into it. He said we're going to look into it very strongly. You know, it's kind of funny because people are voting for tyranny. You know, people are voting for like mass deportations, going door to door, arresting people, going after the media. But we're just getting like Jewish tyranny. We're getting that, but like for Israel. We're like deporting people that criticize Israel, going to war for Israel, deporting people that hate Israel, shutting down Harvard because they hate Israel. And it's like, we just kind of got the wrong flavor. So it's like right idea, just directionally not pointed at the right thing here.
They got to know what they're doing though, because they're attracting all that attention to this anti-Israel hate. They've got to understand that it's going to come full circle, and people are going to be like, wait a minute, maybe not liking Israel is super justified, right? Like that's going to bite them in the butt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just going to kill us all. You know, I mean,
okay, interesting.
Peter Thiel has like an enemies list of like 2 million people in Palantir.
Yeah.
And Palantir came in on the heels of Doge. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk brought Doge in.
Oh, we're getting into Palantir. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to grab my bag of tobacco because I don't think I have any here to pack my pipe. Oh, fuck. What do we got? What do we got? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go.
To every department, to the IRS, to Treasury Department, education, the rest of it. And everyone that worked in Doge had also worked for Palantir. And so when Doge left, the Palantir people stayed. And what they're doing now is they're creating a master database that has your education records, health records, tax records, the Treasury Department's records. And they're going to be in one giant searchable database for this administration with a $150 billion budget for ICE.
Wait. Rainey. Rainey said in the chat, you said OBS, Pussification of America. You can't be a guest here and threaten American citizens, regardless if those citizens are Jewish. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're okay, I think they said naturalized citizen. I think once you become a citizen, I don't know if it's a good. Number one, threatening somebody, that's like if that's a crime. And if it's something that is, if it's a real example of someone making a credible threat and it can be taken up in court, then there's punishment for that. It doesn't have to involve someone's citizenship or getting fucking deported or something. I think some of the examples, and Rainey, I don't know, it just sounded like the way I'm reading your comments, it kind of sounds like you're saying you don't think that they're trying to deport anti-Israel people that have not been violent or anything like that, because this isn't something I've looked into very much, but I don't think that that's a lie. I'm pretty sure that is happening. In fact, there's there's been a bunch of cases with where just people that are like pro-Palestine and stuff that I don't know. I have to look into it more and give you actual real examples. But just from shit that I've peripherally paid attention to, I'm pretty sure that's real.
That wants to take citizenship from people that criticize Israel. And that's what people voted for when they voted for Trump.
What is Palantir? Can you explain?
Same old phone? Nah.
Palantir is this ad.
Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
What this is a little bit?
Palantir is a CIA cutout. So in 2001, after 9/11, they created this it's basically artificial intelligence or an algorithm to interpret these vast amounts of data. The intelligence community takes all this massive amounts of data, emails, phone calls, text messages. Palantir interprets all of it into insights that are usable by law enforcement. And so in 2001, after 9/11, they took what was a CIA program and they just effectively privatized it to bypass the Constitution. You know, Constitution protects people's privacy, but a private company doesn't have to play by the same rules.
So 2001, you're saying that there were the CIA was spying on people and collecting all this data, and then to get around public oversight, they sort of transferred this into a private company?
Right. So Palantir is a firm that creates usable insights based on vast amounts of data. It's a private entity to circumvent the Constitution. They're founded in 2001. Until 2008, they only worked for the CIA. And the CIA actually provided startup money through their venture capital arm, In-Q-Tel. So they provided all the money for it, and they created all the products. So Peter Thiel, Alex Karp, Joe Lonsdale, they were at Langley, Virginia at the CIA headquarters making everything for the CIA as a so-called contractor. And then after that, they branched out into everything. So
and this is the same Palantir that Nick Fuentes is referring to here is the same Palantir that Trump's administration granted like a 10-year contract thing or something for several $1 million for what was it? Yeah, to integrate was it for them to integrate their fucking Oh, well, so yeah, no. There was the thing, and it wasn't the big beautiful bill. They had a section in there about upgrading all the fucking AI in the government's systems and shit. And I forget if Palantir is directly involved in that, but I know they got a contract from the U.S. government under Trump's administration, and I think part of that was for using their most up-to-date AI to integrate all the information from every single government agency or wherever the fuck your name and any data about you has ever popped up. And they basically combine that all together to make the fucking, a profile for every person. It's like a Facebook page.
Identified the Capitol rioters.
Like a Facebook profile. Get it?
January 6th.
But it's the government's Facebook profile for you.
They were identifying who wasn't vaccinated in 2021.
What were they doing with people that weren't vaccinated?
Wait, hold on. Let's not skip past that. I was talking too much. Let's hear what he was saying about the vaccines.
For it, and they created all the products. So Peter Thiel, Alex Karp, Joe Lonsdale, they were at Langley, Virginia at the CIA headquarters making everything for the CIA as a so-called contractor. And then after that, they branched out into everything. So they identified the Capitol rioters on January 6th. They were identifying who wasn't vaccinated in 2021.
What were they doing with people that weren't vaccinated?
Just to identify contact tracing who had COVID and who was spreading it to everybody using Bluetooth, and then identifying then who wasn't vaccinated for the purpose of these vaccine passports.
Using Bluetooth.
You know, in states like New York or in New York City, they wouldn't let people into restaurants if they didn't have the vaccine. So this was going to be like they wanted to identify everybody that didn't have the card.
Yeah.
Using Bluetooth, you said?
That's for identifying who has COVID.
Interesting.
Because if you got COVID and you tested positive, they would look at your phone, and your phone has Bluetooth, and they'd see all the other phones that touched it. So they can identify everybody that might have COVID. That's the contact tracing. It's basically just like what Ted Kaczynski warned about. This is the classic panopticon surveillance state. And so Palantir was founded by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel funds all the new right projects. You know, in 2022, he was the single largest individual donor in the site.
Yeah, guys, the right has been infiltrated by the CIA and or also known as Israel.
Michael. So he put $30 million behind J.D. Vance, Blake Masters.
Why does he look greasy?
Well, he's a gay man. I think that has a lot to do with it. So,
there's a certain amount of grease that comes along with the lifestyle.
Yeah, a lot of lubricant, a lot of lubricating.
Why is it all over his
friction.
face when he's doing public appearances?
That's a fair question. And a fair response as well. Hold on. God damn it. Everybody relax. Okay. Oh.
Thiel has funded Sovereign House, Passage Press, Bronze Age Pervert, Claremont Institute. And then, of course, our vice president, J.D. Vance, was his protege for his entire career. So Vance is Peter Thiel's guy on the inside.
Where does Thiel come from? Was he around in 2001?
He was.
And
he
what was
came
he
from PayPal.
What was he doing?
So he had just around that time created PayPal with Elon Musk.
At that point, when they're doing PayPal, is this something that's linked to intelligence yet, or is he sort of solo?
Most likely, yes, because of the nature of what PayPal is, which is a peer-to-peer payment system. So it's deeply in touch with the financial industry and state regulations. The real connection to intelligence is that he comes from Stanford University. That was his origin story. He founded the Stanford Review at Stanford University with money from Irving Kristol.
What's that, like the school paper?
Yes.
Who's Irving Kristol?
Irving Kristol in the chat. What's up? Adam Wiley. What's up? What's up? Gene Lasker's up in here. What's up, Gene Lasker? The world famous Gene Lasker. Rainy, I forget which point we're going off, whatever. She's talking about what I hate is, he's deporting everyone, regular citizens, but it's not actually happening. Oftentimes people who do not win their asylum claim is denied, then they are deported. I don't know, Rainey. You know what I don't like? Number one, any of this, I can actually, let me look up to see, because they flashed on the screen. You probably maybe didn't catch it. And I know I have I got their video a little smaller here, but they put up a citation when he talked about them, the Trump administration supposedly, entertaining the idea and or following through with the idea of deporting people who are critical of Israel. They put some kind of citation on the screen. But I have seen that other places. I just don't know what that, what the citation or reference is or whatever. When the media goes, oh my God, he's deporting women and children, and no one looks into those details. Yeah, so Rainey, that's what I was going to say too. This is what I think the whole, a lot of the controversy with deportations at the moment, I think some of this is actually by design in a weird way. And the reason I say that is because I actually think that Trump is not doing a good job doing deportations. I don't think he's doing enough, for what MAGA wants. People wanted mass deportations. Let's just talk about this for a second. We'll get back to the video. But when it comes to the Trump deportation stuff, what people wanted, what they voted for in terms of deportation as their motive, it's almost a consensus across the board agreement when it comes to conservatives and Trump voters that they wanted all those fucking millions of people that just poured over the border during the Biden administration. They wanted all those motherfuckers out of here. That's what a lot of people voted on when they were like, we want deportations. I'm voting for Trump. He's going to get rid of these fucking people that Biden just let in here. So keep that in mind. Now, we also, and this is one thing that was pointed out by Nick Fuentes, the fucking DHS is withholding data on deportations. The DHS website has not been updated since like January of this year. It's been months and months and months. Now, ideally for MAGA people, what they are wanting, like I said, they wanting to see mass deportations, and they wanted it to be a lot of these people that are getting, that came over during Biden's administration, just flooded the border because Biden and Harris practically like told them to come here. They literally did. And then Harris and I think Biden had to come out and make a statement. Don't come. You guys remember the memes, and they would edit that together with Trump saying, oh, I'm coming. Fucking, it was a whole debacle. Okay. That's the people that they wanted deported. They're not releasing the data because this is the theory. They're not releasing the data because it's actually really shitty numbers. And what their technique, in my opinion, seems to be at the moment for the Trump administration is for them to deport these fucked up cases where they are stuff that gets publicity because it makes it seem like they're doing their job. Okay? So when you see these cases of someone, I watched one the other day, someone was in a fucking pickup line for their kid at school, got fucking grabbed by DHS. The situation, like I told you guys, I think I showed it on stream, where they grounded a plane in the United States, and they told the passengers that they grounded the plane so that they could refuel. It was really that ICE took somebody off of the plane to deport them. And you see all these different situations that are like heartbreaking, and it gets in the news. And so people go, oh, look, Trump's doing his job. He's deporting them. You know what? Some of those cases, I guess they're kind of sad, but you shouldn't have been here illegally. Meanwhile, people don't realize all those motherfuckers that just poured over are not getting picked up. They would be reporting that on the DHS website. You guys are what is wrong with your phone? Holyoke Joe's in here. He said no sound. I've got my YouTube pulled up right here. You guys are what is wrong with your phone? So I know that's not true. Adam Wiley says buffering, which is also not true because I'm also monitoring that. So I don't know what's going on with you guys. You might need a refresh or something. Anyway, so what the problem is, Trump and them, and the Trump administration, ICE, DHS, they can't even find all these motherfuckers to deport them. All the people that came over through the Biden administration, they can't find them. So who are they deporting? All the people that they have on record that have lived in the United States and worked for years and years. They're working for all kinds of different businesses and shit, where people, have them for cheaper labor or whatever, but it's like, they have fucking jobs and they're established places. Those are all the people that Trump is going after because they can find them easily, and it makes headlines because some fucking business in California basically got shut down. The fucking the DHS and ICE busted them, and they literally can't even operate. They took so many employees or whatever. You're hearing all of these fucking cases, but really they're not doing their job. We're not having mass deportations of all the people that just poured over the border. They're getting rid of people that have been here and established and have probably worked and added somewhat to the economy, and they can find them because they actually have a job. Those are the people that are getting deported. Meanwhile, like I said, they're not updating the numbers on the DHS website. So because you keep seeing all these crazy, heart-wrenching stories, you think, oh, wow, this is what we voted for, guys. Unfortunately, there's some sad stories, but he's rounding them all up, and that's what we wanted. It's like, no, No, they're going after the easy targets, people that have actually, probably added a little bit to the country by working here, having lives here and contributing. Oh, we found this one fucking Mexican. He has a job. We can go pick him up. That's easy pickings.
Irving Kristol's the godfather of neoconservatism. So he invented the neocons. He's a Jew, former communist who became a conservative after the Soviet Union backed Israel's enemies.
Peter Thiel, I almost said Peter Steele. He should change his name. He started the school newspaper with money from the godfather of neoconservatism.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So he takes money from Irving Kristol to start this paper. And you have to understand that, like, where all these conservatives come from is they're effectively groomed by the CIA out of college. Every major conservative thinker, influencer, basically from the 1950s on, was groomed by what was called the Congress for Cultural Freedom, which is a project of the CIA.
This is the KKK.
No, I know we're talking about serious stuff, so I tried to hold it in. So this was a while ago this happened, but you said the godfather of neoconservatism. And all I could think was like, the godfather, he's going, so you're telling me you don't support Israel? That's all I could think of, and my brain just like, shut up, don't say that.
No, please interject with humor. You're saying that every major conservative figure comes from this Congress of what?
Congress for Cultural Freedom.
Congress for Cultural Freedom.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told me about this website. Now I'm spending $58 a month. Full coverage. That's saving
Bro, that's gotta be bullshit. $58 a month. This is definitely like, I've never gotten some like dirt cheap or real shitty insurance. I've had Geico for a long time, and when I called Geico, my rates went up a little bit. And once it went over 180 something, I called them and I was like, look, if you guys can't take it down, I'm getting insurance somewhere else. This is bullshit. I have the same fucking car. I've had dings and stuff on the outside, never gone to replace anything or whatever. It's just a fucking car I use for work. The cost of repairs, it's just bullshit that you're talking about. It's not a goddamn smart car. And anyway, I bitched at them over the phone and they literally dropped my rate. They dropped like 15 or yeah, it's like, it was like 180 something, almost 190. And it's like 172 a month now, which isn't that bad. But when I shopped around for other insurance, it's crazy. The general, which is supposed to be shitty, was like 300 something. I think it was like baffling. But I don't know how the fuck. I have a friend who has had shitty insurance before where it's like too cheap. I don't remember what it was, but he was telling me how basically it's just a company that you're paying $50 some a month for them to tell the government that you have insurance. But when you need something from them, you're just calling and emailing, and there's nobody. It's just an artificial intelligence company. You just pay like a stupid small amount, and that's it. You're required to have insurance in Florida to drive. So it's some company that they know that, and they're like, just give us the $50. We tell the government that you have insurance, so you're allowed to drive your car. But God forbid something happens, we're gonna be. It's gonna be we're going to have vacated the premises already.
$139. It's amazing. All you do, you just go this side.
So they're all, in a word, they're all being groomed. All of these like conservative intellectuals that are writing these books, people like William F. Buckley, and many of the anti-communists are all being groomed out of college by the CIA to be conservative counterweight to left-wing communism in America, because the CIA is deeply worried about communism spreading in the United States and elsewhere. So Peter Thiel tracks with this pattern where Irving Kristol's one of them.
So back in the 60s or 70s or whatever, they would have been doing this to combat communism.
Right.
And then at some point, something goes wrong.
I wouldn't say it went wrong. It's more like the CIA was always in bed with Israeli intelligence. So under the aegis of fighting communism, what they're really doing is combating anti-Semitism at the exact same time. So these people are being groomed by the CIA, which happens to be an institution that's totally infiltrated by Israel.
When was the CIA infiltrated by Israel?
From the very start, from its very inception. And the reason being is because the CIA was formed out of wartime intelligence during World War II. Obviously, we needed intelligence about the Axis, the Nazis, the Italians. And so when the Allies invaded Italy, what was coming through Italy were a lot of Jewish refugees fleeing the Holocaust, fleeing the persecution by the Germans. And so how did the Allies get intelligence about the Germans? We talked to the Jews that were fleeing Germany. And so our entire intelligence network from Germany, and even from Russia, for that matter, from Poland, all these Jews that were fleeing these countries came from Jewish refugees, essentially. So when the CIA was founded, it was basically made up. All the human sources were Jewish refugees leaving Italy and then going to Israel. And then the next big step is that we were, of course, fighting the Soviet Union. When the Cold War starts in the 1950s, we have to know everything about the Soviet Union, but we know nothing because an iron curtain has descended. We have no sources that are on the inside. We have no idea what's going on. But there are some people leaving the Soviet Union, and it's Jews that are leaving the Soviet Union to go to Israel. So we say, how do we know the secrets about the Soviet Union? Let's interview the Soviet Jews that flee to Israel. In order to get access to those people, we have to make a deal with Israel. And we effectively say, well, we will help your fledgling state if you give us information about the Soviet Union. And so basically a deal was made. This is how they got their nuclear program. This is what was revealed in the JFK files earlier in the year, that James Angleton, who was running the Israel desk in the 50s and 60s and 70s, he, under the table, was providing Israel with nuclear secrets to get access to their Soviet emigres so we could learn more about the Soviet Union.
Now you said,
yeah, guys, remember this was a really funny thing. Problematic post. Oh, forget it. What happened? Did I miss in the scoop? I've missed other people in the chat because Holyoke Joe was talking shit and saying my stream was shut down. Oh, Beach Metal, that's you? Oh, in the scoop, I get it. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining us. Week, thanks. I appreciate that. Letting me know the truth about the sound quality. Oh, you posted what? This video? Sam's video? You posted it yesterday? Oh, yeah, this is live. Sorry. I didn't see that. Yeah, what's up? Welcome. Anybody new around here, please subscribe. I stream 5 nights a week and then, 5 nights a week. Sometimes I do a Sunday, I do an ice bath or a fucking Sunday run day live too. And I got parody songs and stuff on my channel. But my uncensored parody stuff, you got to look on my Rumble and my Twitter for that. There's a couple that YouTube didn't really take kindly to.
James Angleton? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if you showed that guy the future? Hey, James, I want to show you something real quick. It's a glimpse into the future. This is what you did. That's really funny. Okay, so CIA formation.
Oh yeah, so that's what I was gonna say too. I got distracted. Fucking yeah, this was a funny thing when the JFK files came out. They released some of the JFK file stuff, and this was after the Epstein files, the first folder. Remember, round 1 or batch 1 of whatever files they were going to release, and DC Drano and a few other retards went down there and got made to look like complete fools because there was nothing in it. It was a huge bust. Remember that? So there was that, but then the JFK files came out afterward, and it was really, really funny to watch the people on the right reacting to this, because you could see where there is a huge, like, unspoken divide where, so what the craziest shit that came out with the JFK files was the involvement with Israel. There were several different segments from the files that mentioned some kind of involvement with Israel. This person he's referring to, Ingleton or whatever the fuck they said his name was. I know there was, I forget exactly what it was, but I do remember it had something to do with someone who was a CIA agent who was like doing something for Israel. That's it ended up being in the JFK files. Anyway, it was really funny seeing the reactions on the right, because it's almost like the really pro-Israel people were willing to throw Trump under the bus to defend Israel, because they had to pretend nothing came out in the JFK files. All of those conservatives that pretended nothing came out, they had to kind of shit on Trump a little bit. They had to go, God damn, fucking what's going on? Pam Bondi, the Trump administration, what the fuck? We got tricked again, guys. JFK files came out and there was nothing. Oh my God. And then, but you saw all the other people who were not fucking, Israel lapdogs going, oh my God, Israel's in here. Holy shit. And all the pro-Israel people were pretending like it was a huge bust. It was so funny.
They're infiltrated from the very beginning because they wanted access to Russian.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Emigres. The Congress for Confederate
Cultural freedom.
Cultural freedom. Okay, so tell me about this, the CCF, we'll call it, because I forgot what it was.
So the CIA starts to basically support a lot of conservative radio publications, intellectuals, because these guys are all making the case that the Soviet Union is evil.
It sounds like PragerU.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, it is PragerU. It's like proto-PragerU. And so basically all of the famous anti-communist conservatives of the 50s, 60s, and 70s, maybe the most prominent being William F. Buckley, they were being funded under the table by the CIA. Their papers, radio, TV, their scholarships, they were all funded through what were called cutouts, NGOs, various projects, one of them being the Congress for Cultural Freedom. And that's because the CIA wanted to create in Europe and in the United States this intellectual case against communism. Then you fast forward to the 80s, and Irving Kristol, the godfather of neoconservatism, he's one of these guys, by the way, who's getting money from the CIA. He starts up a group with a number of other Jews, and they start seeding money for student newspapers at all the top schools.
Damn.
Stanford, Dartmouth, UChicago. And some of the most famous conservatives today got that money, and that is how they got their start. They started these student newspapers, they start writing for them, and then they climb up the ladder doing commentary, doing broadcasting, and now these are like the biggest hosts at Fox News. Like one of the ones, for example, was Dinesh D'Souza.
Just to interrupt you here, usually when someone interrupts it like just to something good, I'm like, just to interrupt you here, this does sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to just go start up some student
It's like
newspapers.
spy fiction. It's cool.
I think it might be able to monetize this at some point. We should start student newspapers. How much does it even cost? Also, they're good at getting like a bang for their buck, with like local. Like they realized you need like Soros, you fund like the local guys. You just get more. Like what does it cost? Like $2,500 to turn some neighborhood into a shit show. How much does a student newspaper? It's like $375.
That could be our next big endeavor. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So look, these guys. So the guys that got their start up the commentary, public figure, speaker ladder with the student newspaper track. Like at what point are they compromised in the sense that they're subsuming their values and their journalistic integrity to what money? Is that what it is?
They're convinced that working for the CIA or intelligence is patriotic. I think that they're convinced that they're with the so-called good guys, the good faction inside intelligence that is sort of, ideologically aligned with us. To tell you the truth, a lot of them are marginal types from the beginning. Somebody like Peter Thiel.
What do you mean marginal?
So he's a gay man.
Yeah.
Gay people are typically marginal, or, a lot of them are Jewish. Jewish people are marginal also.
When you say marginal, you mean not like core person type? They're like on the fringes?
Absolutely.
Okay. So they're like an outsider. They're more willing to accept like weird kind of ideas. Is that what you mean?
Well, weird ideas, and they might be able to be compromised in some ways, specifically like gay people. There's a huge vulnerability. I mean,
so true. You guys see me on here every night. I'm a complete fucking mess. I'm vulnerable to terrible ideas. I'll entertain any of them just for fun, just for kicks.
There's a big reason Jeffrey Epstein trafficked in pedophilia. There's a big reason why a lot of these public...
We don't play around with that here, okay? Got to draw the line somewhere. I'll bang other men, but we're not into kid stuff here. Except when I was a teenager, I was banging teenagers. So I've had sex with teenagers, but it was when I was a teenager.
Figures, I don't think it's a coincidence, get outed for pedophilia.
When you say marginal, you mean there's something about them that's exploitable.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it could be an ethnic affinity. It could be a sexual eccentricity, which could be used for blackmail purposes. There's a lot of different vectors, I think, but it's almost never just like normal people.
It's never just the guy that likes peanut M&Ms. Know what I mean?
It's an M&M.
Guys, don't get scared off. I'm playing a gay character. I just lost some viewers because of what I just said. I'm playing a gay character, okay? Is that not clear? I'm not actually gay. I'm just pretending I'm gay because I can break the rules a little bit. I can say anything I want because I'm like, I'm in the victim class or something. I'm a marginalized person, so I'm allowed to get away with more stuff. Tell you guys I'm gay.
Minis guy needs the
It's
tube.
these fucking M&M minis guys.
Needs the tube of specific colors. Like, you got the yellow tube, and he won't buy them unless it's the yellow tube.
Strangely fits. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
So I don't know the psychological profile necessarily, but needless to say, they start getting this buy-in. They receive the money, they receive the career advancement, doors open up for that person. Maybe somewhere along the way they understand what's happening, but they rationalize it. I've heard many different stories about how it works, but it always starts at the college level, which sort of makes sense. Because if you think about Harvard, Stanford, Yale, they are selecting for the highest IQ people, and the government wants the highest IQ people because intelligence, it's sort of in the name also. These intelligence networks, they need.
Peter Piper? Are you new? What's up? Welcome. Huh? I'm assuming you're reacting to what I just said. Yes, I'm playing a gay character. My name's Dark Match Steve. I used to be a gay Trump supporter. That was my character. But, I'm kind of distancing myself from politicians in general. But yeah, play a gay character. If I pretend I'm gay, I get away with more stuff, and I can critique the LGBTQ community and, trans stuff and all that. And it allows me to be more critical. That's like, DEI math, social justice math.
To be the most technically sophisticated, operationally sophisticated. So they go, where are the smart people? They're at the elite universities. And so, you might think.
We got a call coming in from the Fat Pig. Should I take this call? Hold on, let me get you guys on this tab with the Fat Pig so that you can hear him and see him and enjoy him as I do with every single interaction. Welcome, sir, the Fat Pig.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
I called in. Rainey asked me.
Rainey, you stupid, stupid bitch.
Hey, watch your mouth,
I'm
boy.
just kidding. I'm just kidding, Rainey. I love you. I would only say that about someone I love. Rainey, oh, here we go. You son of a bitch, Rainey. I see. Call. I shouldn't have taken the call. What do you want? We're trying to get through this Sam Hyde video.
It was much more fun in chat. I was talking about debating Joe the fat fuck. And we were going to do that, but I don't think he'll go live with me.
Doing that tonight?
Yeah, we could schedule for another show if you can do 2 people, but I don't think he'll do it. He's a pussy, but
You sons of bitches. I can't even like stay on track for one night because we got heat in the chat.
Why don't you put a fucking shirt on?
Because I'm in my fucking house and I'm not going anywhere after the chat or after the stream. I'm staying home. In fact, I'm wearing shorts. I shouldn't even have shorts on because right after this, all I'm going to do is jerk off and go to bed. Why should I wear shorts just for you people? Or a shirt for that matter.
I mean, you could have a little self-respect, but
Why would I have self-respect or pretend I have self-respect just for you?
well, I mean, you
Listen
look
to yourself.
you
You're
look like you
ridiculous.
take pretty good care of yourself. I mean,
Yeah, I do look pretty good right now. Oh, I'm just cut right now.
yeah.
Oh, shit. God damn. God damn. God damn. Holy shit. Richie April's in here.
Oh, wow.
What's up, Richie April? Let me read this chat while you're on here. I'm at a girl's place right now, and I'm scared to turn the volume up on this because Nick Fuentes says stuff that scares the hoes, bro. Richie April also said, oh, wow, Dark Match Steve is jacked. Yeah, don't let your girl see this, Richie April. I don't want to, like, you know, steal her and then disappoint her because I like to bang men. I would turn her into a female cuck. She would come to my house and watch me bang other guys and sit in the corner and finger herself. And I'd be like, yeah, you wish you could get this dick, but you can't because I don't like girls because I'm gay. And I'd just keep banging the guy. And she'd be in the corner crying, fingering herself. And we're like, yeah, that's right. Cry. God made me this way. You take that up with him. Your sadness, talk to him about that. I'm banging this guy right now. Pounding, just pounding. Balls slapping ass. She's crying in the corner. She's crying in the corner.
I'm lost, but
why
I thought you were reading an article and then you were like playing out a fantasy in your head.
I think you're projecting. I think you like what you just heard, and you're ashamed.
I also think you could lose the nipple rings.
That's ridiculous. Oh wait,
I told you to lose the dreadlocks. You did that. I think you should lose the nipple rings.
Oh my! This motherfucker wants to take credit for me cutting the dreadlocks that have had my.
Oh, you know it was me
for 10 fucking years. Holyoke Joe said, "Holy loose neck shirt." I think he's talking about you. Peter Piper said,
yeah, that's because I've been operating a piece of equipment all fucking day because I work for a living. Excuse me, because my shirt's fucking stretched out.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of that, having a good job.
Yeah.
Peter Piper said, Fat Pig, you got to listen to this one. The nipple piercing is part of the character. Listen to the audience here. this person's newer in the chat and he understands more than you do. You're telling me to take my nipple rings out? They're part of the character I'm playing.
Well, you got the barbs. I mean, it's just too much, you know?
I have talked about putting the loops in instead. That's a good point, actually. Oh, Week is asking, is this your BF? No, it's not.
No, his friend is his BF. I'm his late night lover.
True. Oh, someone named Kristen said, you're just stealing other shit. What the fuck is this? Hope Sam slaps your skinny ass. You want Sam Hyde to give me a spanking? That sounds a little bit gay. I'm down. But no, so you could say stealing. I put very clearly on the thumbnail that this is an interview review. So this video that I clicked on, the Sam video, is 1 hour long, and we are currently an hour and 25 minutes into the stream. We're not even halfway through his video, so I don't know. You do the math on that. He has an hour-long video. This is going to be a 3-hour-long stream, so I still did 2 hours of original content. So yeah. Thank you, Kristen, though. Thank you for the chat message. That helps the algorithms. Javi's in here. What's up, bro? Steve's about to take me from my girl. Damn, son. I'm a homewrecker at heart. I really am. I'm barely cute enough to be a homewrecker. I just try to keep the abs nice enough to distract from my face and my crooked teeth.
They never look good when you sit down, though.
What doesn't look good? My teeth? When I sit
down? Your stomach, you stupid fuck. Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, even Michael Phelps looks like shit when he sits down.
My teeth don't look good when I sit down.
Oh, fuck you, you fat piece of shit.
This person in chat, Dark Brandon, said, LOL, put a shirt on. Listen, motherfucker, I'm in my own house.
Yeah.
This is my stream.
Should I take mine off, Steve?
Go ahead.
No, I won't.
It'll just make me look cuter. I like that. No, this is you missed my rant, I guess, or maybe you just want to hear it again, Dark Brandon. I am in my house. This is my stream in my studio, which also doubles as my bedroom.
Queen out, Steve.
You interrupted me. So anyway,
I know, you're queening out.
And I'm not going anywhere after the stream. Right after the stream's done, I'm taking off my Sam Hyde.
I'm going to eat spaghetti and put my PJs on.
I already ate dinner, and I had beef tacos. Thank you. Organic flour.
Oh, yeah, organic.
All organic. Organic salsa, grass-fed lean ground beef, cooked.
Yeah, you remember I gave you shit about the rum and coke you had on your stream, your Sunday run day, that your rum and coke wasn't organic. I didn't know why Adam wasn't there, though. I thought he was usually always there for everything, you know? I was kind of surprised he wasn't there.
Adam Wiley's super jealous of you, and I never should have told you that because now you got a big head about it.
I didn't say shit.
I know. Dark Brandon asked, are you guys incels? No, we're fags. What did you think? Dark Brandon, are you... Look, I love new people here, but you got to try to... There's a lot going on. You got to try to catch up quickly. My name's Dark Match Steve. I was given that name by Bubba the Love Sponge because I do parody songs, and I sent parody songs into Bubba's show, and I do plan to do another podcast for them soon, but it's the Bubba Army channel. I've done a bunch of parody songs for them, and but my deal is I got my own stream now. I'm playing a gay character. I'm actually, in real life, I'm a straight man, but I'm playing a gay character on YouTube because it helps me with the algorithms, and I'm also allowed to critique the LGBTQ community. I'm kind of allowed to say almost whatever I want because I'm what did Nick call it? compromised, and that's not what the word he used, but I'm a minority, so it gives me a little bit of leeway as a streamer, as a content provider. Pretend you're gay. Also, women like that too. Women like guys that are twinkish. Like I'm twink sized. I only weigh 140. I'm 5'7", all right? But I look like a straight man kinda. But I tell women that I'm gay. And they women love to be tempted by something they think they can't have. That's what they like. They like for you to either be married, tell them you're married, or gay. If I were you, I would tell, if you really like a girl, you tell her you're gay.
Is that before or after they approach you?
That's way before. In fact, what you need to do is like,
do they get hot on you when you say, like, they're not hot on you, and then you say, oh, by the way, I'm a fag, and then they jump on you?
You tell them you're gay, and that gets the panties absolutely soaked.
Yeah, I've heard that's the ultimate goal of a woman, to turn a gay guy straight.
I'm reading the chat here. Hold on a second. Holyoke Joe said, I say what I want, and I never thrusted my penis into a man's bum. Holyoke Joe, well, I guess you've said you wanted to, but you've
Well,
never done.
if he's got so much to fucking say, why didn't he come on here, number one? And number two, if he's so open and with free speech and shit, and he bitches about being blocked, why am I blocked on his channel? I ask him.
Holyoke Joe, why is he blocked on your channel? Good question. Dark Brandon responded saying, whoa, so a gay imposter. Are you on the right? I don't know what side I'm on. That's for you guys to figure out. I don't fucking know. I just come on here and fuck around.
No, Steve's a communist.
I critique everybody.
Steve hates Jews and he's a communist.
I voted for Trump, but
oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. That was a little bit of an outburst. Sometimes I stutter.
In the Scoop is asking, what's a popper? A popper, I forget exactly what that's, what chemical that is, but that's like, that's not, poppers are not in my realm. That's not the kind of life I live.
Oh, you mean a popper, the old school drug? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought he meant a popper, like a hooker, and then you'd call it a multi-pop, like when they charge by the hour.
Oh,
you call it a multi-pop.
I thought he was talking about jalapeno poppers.
Well, first you said the drug, then I was thinking about, you're a fucking cocksucker, you know that? Literally and figuratively, you asshole.
Jalapeno poppers. I can't eat them anymore.
Yeah, wrapped in bacon, little cream cheese.
Yeah, those are so good. No, poppers are, it was amyl nitrate. Is that what it is? Yeah, so I bet there's straight people in the chat that know more about this than me, even though I'm gay. But yeah, they sell them at like head shops and gas stations and stuff. The thing is, I don't.
No, those are whippets. They don't sell poppers anymore. Those are whippets.
Whippets? Dude, I'm telling you.
That's where you put it in a fucking balloon. You can't get poppers since the 70s or 80s.
Dude, you are crazy if you say you can't get pop. Okay, this is not my world, so I should just Google it. But
you're talking about a whippet,
dude.
You're talking about a little canister that you got to drain into a balloon so it doesn't freeze your fucking lungs.
You're crazy. Where
you can't get a popper,
bro? You're living in Georgia. It must be the laws in Georgia.
Georgia, yeah, we can get anything down here. You can't get no fucking poppers.
Do I have to Google this right now?
Dude, that's like saying you got Quaaludes.
You don't even know what you're talking about, dude. Poppers. I've had friends growing up through like within the past 10 years gay guys that I've seen with poppers. They still use them in
what did it look like?
It's a
What did
tiny,
it look
it's
like?
a vial that's that big. It's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not a pressurized gas. It's a vial
Right.
that you unscrew the top and then they sniff it and then close it back up. Almost like smelling salts. It's the gay version of smelling salts.
Yeah, that's not fucking a popper. That's fucking formaldehyde.
Dude, you're crazy. There's probably an older.
I'm not crazy, Steve. I've been in the well, I shouldn't say that.
No, that's what I was gonna say. You're from like a generation ahead of me, where there's a whole different thing that's poppers. The poppers are
No,
a
I'm
very
talking about
current
poppers.
thing.
Well, it may be something different now. You may be right. What I'm talking about when you say poppers, that shit went out in the late 70s, early 80s. That was shit that people used to do, and they'd crank it up and fucking hit a whiff of it. But you can't get that shit anymore.
Bro, yes, look, okay, so I'm on the wiki page for it. Poppers are recreational drugs belong to the alkyl nitrate family of chemical compound. When fumes from these substances are inhaled, they act as a potent vasodilator, producing mild euphoria, warmth, and dizziness. Most effective, have rapid onset, and are short acting. Its recreational use is believed to potentially dangerous for people with heart problems, anemia, glaucoma. Reported adverse side effects, fainting, retinal toxicity, and vision loss. Oops-a-daisy. Yeah, I don't fuck around. So what I was getting at anyway, the fat pig, was that this is drugs that are sold at the gas station. I generally try to steer clear of. I don't like to buy anything from the gas station except for gas. I pretty much figure you can kind of like now cigarettes, if you can get them in a carton from somewhere and they're actually like sealed well, I guess like that's like kind of different. I would suggest getting cartons from the fucking wholesale places. But anything else but gas, I don't even like getting water at the gas station. They fucking keep it like right next to a jug of oil. You don't want food or anything.
What kind of fucking gas stations do you go to?
The ones in Tampa, motherfucker, and they're fucking disgusting.
I go to like Racetrack and Quick Trip and shit. It's like a fucking multiplex inside.
I don't even trust Wawa. Maybe
you're a
from Wawa. I won't lie, but it's been years since I've eaten something like. Well, that was different in Wyoming. When I was in Wyoming, I was kind of forced to eat shit on the road because I didn't know shit about getting organic anything, and we were driving for like sometimes 8 to 10 hours a day. So there's no way I was going to try to stay on my diet out there. But what's up? Besides your fight with the Holyoke Joe, what's up? Because I want to get through the rest of this.
Oh no, I'll let you get back to it. I just thought he'd chime in, but if he wants to set something up and quit being a pussy,
I'll text you both about it. But maybe we can set up a debate with you two. We can do.
Did he write anything in the chat why he's got me blocked? If he's got such a big fucking mouth.
Okay, so
he can't take the criticism, but he can give it.
Jeff Cron said he wants to try one. The heart thing, I was diagnosed with a heart problem, and I'm pretty sure it was because of a medication that I was taking at the time that I was diagnosed with it. But I haven't gone to the doctors in a long time, and I feel a lot better, so I think it's okay. But still, regardless, the fact that the poppers thing said it could be a problem for people with heart problems, that's also motivation for me to steer very clear of poppers. I probably won't be trying those. But Holyoke Joe recently said the fat pig boofs everything except cigarettes, I guess. We're watching him smoke one with his.
No, I've got another one going behind me, Joe.
Oh, he's got one on each end, Joe. So you're right about that.
That's why I can't stand up. Oh, wait, I can.
Don't steal
Unlike some people.
Don't steal my roast material for Holyoke Joe, okay, you son of a bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve.
Y'all remember when I did that on stream.
Oh, boo-hoo for fucking Joe. They threw out his action figure and his slides, and he got committed to the ward. Oh, I feel so terrible, but yet I order pizza and get free shit from everybody. Oh, woe is me.
All right, save this for y'all's debate. We'll set it up.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. He's a coward. He won't do shit.
Holyoke Joe said the fat pig is blocked because I and everyone else hates him. I guess everyone in his chat, he's saying hates
All right. Press 2 in Steve's chat right now. If you hate me, press 1 if you like the fat pig, and let's see the results. Let's let it be determined, and then I'll get off. If I'm hated, I'll never show my face again.
What's the 1 for again? You said 1 if what?
Whatever the most are is the one that's good.
Dark Brandon asks, this is a good question. What do you think about the Supreme Court possibly overturning gay marriage? Oh God, I dropped my microphone. So I'm not an atheist, but I don't practice an organized religion. And so I tend to think, I mean, I think it would be good if there could be maybe they wouldn't. My thing is, marriage is like a Christian. It's a Christian ceremony. I don't want to be a part of some fucking Christian government ceremony thing as a gay. This is a question for me, the fat pig. I'll let you answer, but hold on.
Yeah, but marriage is recognized in every religion. You're saying it's a Christian thing. I was stopping you while you were ahead.
Well, at least in our country, it is. I mean, I'm not saying regardless, it still goes along with my point. It's a religious ceremony that I don't care to be a part of, especially if it's a religion that is anti-gay. I don't see why a gay person would want to be gay married. Why not you can have a different a different kind of partnership where maybe there is still just the fact in a similar way. I know with marriage, there's all kinds of, there's like tax benefits and shit like that. And some people argue that it's like, okay, well, you're adding, you're working and adding towards the future of America by creating the next generation and stuff like that. So maybe you should have tax benefits and whatever for raising kids or, buying a fucking house together and all, whatever the fuck. I feel like maybe there should be something like that for gay couples where it's not like encouraging people to be gay, and it's also not encouraging gay people to adopt religious ceremonies from religions that hate them or don't approve of what they do. But you could still have a benefit for the fact that you're actually two functioning adults that have partnered together in life and aren't pieces of shit or pedos or fucking weirdos or whatever. You're just two men or two women that want to live together and work together, and you love each other and whatever. And you're not trying to be crazy about it. To me, that seems like a good idea. I don't, the fucking marriage deal. I'm not a Christian.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Someone in the chat has a good question.
Is this a federal ban on gay marriage?
It's so I haven't looked this up, but it would be federal. Yeah, if they're talking about the Trump administration. Well, if you have to remember, go back to Trump always.
Well, Obama did the federal thing where he enacted it. So
yeah, but and Hillary Clinton.
In my opinion, long story short, I think it should be like abortion up to the state. like the people should vote on it. That's my opinion.
That's what I was going to say is Trump initially said he wanted to leave it up to the state, and that's probably a good idea. But I don't know. Like I said, me personally, whatever. It's a religious ceremony. I don't give a fuck about being a part of your religion. Separate church and state. Fucking, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about marriage.
Obviously, you've never been to a gay wedding. A religious ceremony.
Well, it's the bastardization. If the way you're laughing, it sounds like you went to something that was a bastardization of a religious ceremony.
Motherfucker, where did you go last weekend?
This past weekend, I went to.
What did you wear? What did you wear?
Let me show you my VIP lanyard. Hold on.
Oh God, don't. Y'all cut the screen.
It was called the Rubber Ball. I got VIP access to it was the FetCon after party, the fetish convention in Florida, in Tampa, St. Pete, wherever the fuck it was. I didn't go to the FetCon, but I went to the after party deal at the castle in Ybor City. Yeah, I had a crazy outfit on. I didn't get anything crazy shoved up my ass or anything. It was a fairly normal night. Just I went and had a few drinks, met some people, chilled, and then went home. I watched some people eat whipped cream off of each other's pussies and whatever. So yeah. Goida. So this person asked something before in chat. I'll have to go back. This person now asked, they said the fetish convention, dude, what's going on? Well, I was a guest. I was invited. Someone bought a ticket for me. I didn't go to the fetish convention this year, but when I went, I did go to the fetish convention 2 different years, and I was a guest. I was invited by somebody. And then last night it was a fetish after party. It wasn't even that crazy. I could show you guys footage from it because I recorded some. But yeah,
what about
weirdo
Saran wrap diaper boy?
What? What'd you say?
What about Saran wrap diaper boy?
Yeah, that was real. There was a diaper fetish guy there, and he was he looked like kind of like the Penguin, but not as fat. But then he had a big diaper on. It was a big like adult diaper. And then I looked at it, and it definitely had some kind of layer of plastic on the outside of the diaper. So I assumed in my head, I was like, oh, I get it. It's so he can shit himself and piss himself, and it won't soak through the diaper at all. It'll he's making sure that it stays in there, which is responsible of him. But yeah, Goida, I'm not into anything that crazy in terms of like fetish stuff. And by the way, I'm playing this is someone else new in chat. I'm playing a gay character. Just try to keep up, guys. I know it's a lot to take in if it's your first time finding the stream. I'm playing a gay character. My name's Dark Match Steve. I'm a parody art. We're going to go through the whole thing. I'm a parody artist. I got the name Dark Match Steve from Bubba the Love Sponge because I send parody songs into his show. And I'm playing a gay character. It's all for show. And
leather sleep with a leash when I go to the club.
A leash? That wasn't at the club. That was at FetCon. But yeah. So this person, Goida, said, so you're a pro-gay atheist libertarian. What part of what I said has been pro-gay?
Well, and who gives a fuck?
I hate gay people.
I mean, I just think you're a fucking whack job, but that's my perspective. That's the only way I label you. I used to think you were conspiracy theory, right wing, gay Willie, and now I just label you. I'm like, oh, that's just Steve the whack job.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Goida said, are you a fan of Sam or Nick? I noticed the beanie. I've seen Nick wearing it before. Yeah, this was available on Sam Hyde's merch website. I don't think it's there now, but yeah, I bought this a couple years ago, and I got I bought one of his COVID shirts. Sam Hyde had some pretty good merch. All right, Fat Pig. We'll set up a debate with you and Holyoke Joe, so you guys can fight it out and then make out afterwards. Get this over.
All right, good. I hope Rainey enjoyed this. Oh, before I let you go, I just wanted to ask one thing.
Yeah. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. Didn't even really get me. I was like, yeah. And I dropped a penny. Oh. No. Okay. Goita, I don't want to get it too mixed up here. Not that I really care. I mean, this stream is generally supposed to be just fun and kind of confusing. And if we happen to like report the facts better than the mainstream media, which often happens on accident, if we stub our toe on some facts, stumble upon some facts, we don't complain. But otherwise, we're just fucking around here. Just trying to keep your expectations very low. So, you said I say pro gay because I thought you said you support gay marriage. No, so I not gay marriage. No, I would rather if Christians are going to claim that the Bible is against gay marriage and sexual relationships between same-sex couples, which I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, I got to really look at all the specific quotes from the Bible. What to me, when you especially for the part of the Bible where it says a man should not lay with a woman, or a man should not lay with another man as if he is a woman. To me, that sounds more anti-trans. That's saying, like, when two gay guys fuck each other, they're not fucking each other like they're fucking a girl. That sounds like a man that turns himself into a woman and then tries to fuck other men as if he is a woman. That to me clearly sounds like it's anti-trans, not actually talking about just two men that love each other or are sexually attracted to each other, or maybe just jerk each other off to relieve each other's stress, just as a friendly kind of thing, But yeah, no, I'm not. I was just breaking down with Trump. Yes, I think we got. Fat Pig kept talking over me too, son of a bitch. What I was saying was Trump was initially, the most anti-gay Trump ever got when campaigning was talking about that he thought should probably be up to the states. It would be a thing like abortion was, where it was pretty much like, whatever state you're in, the laws are different. And sometimes if it's like, if you wait too late to get an abortion, you might have to cross state lines to go somewhere else to get it done or whatever. And that's sort of like Trump, what he hinted at aiming for his first term. But if you look back, Obama, I think even, and also Hillary Clinton were always publicly more anti-gay than Donald Trump ever was. So, yeah. Funny Face, what's up, bro? All right, let's get back to... We're only halfway through this fucking thing. Fuck my life.
I think it's sort of like when you look at Turning Point USA or college Republicans, you might think that's kind of nothing. It's peanuts. It's dorky. It's silly. But these 18-year-old.
So yeah, Scott, I was kind of thinking that too. Civil unions is sort of like, if it's something where if you're clearly like, or if we are solely talking about doing some fucking legal, on paper legal thing the government's going to recognize as two adults that are life partners and they want to fucking buy a house and live together and whatever, but just don't want to have kids. Just like, why? What about married people that don't want to have kids? There are so many fucking adult couples. The fucking our birth rate has been declining in the United States. I think every fucking country, for the most part, has been declining. I think there's a couple exceptions actually, but anyway, there's tons of fucking married couples that are not having kids or doing anything like for the next generation. They're just two adults that love each other, get married, and they like to get some fucking benefits, tax benefits and whatever from the government. I don't even know. It's not something I'm like, that I know a lot about because I'm not interested in doing that.
People, these 18-year-old, 19-year-old young guys who are ideologically conservative, these are the future leaders. These are the 130, 150 IQ guys. They're going to be fighting the Chinese and fighting the Iranians and fighting Russian intelligence. So that's where they go for them. And it's also when they're impressionable. It's also when they're malleable. So I never understood the significance of education until I thought of these institutions as elite-making institutions. Harvard graduates the elites of the world.
Rainey, thank you for checking out the stream. Thanks for hanging with us. I guess we can go over it some other night, but I did pull up what is it here? Additional measures to combat anti-Semitism. And this is from the White House website. So I did pull this page up for us to read through. We can do it another night, or maybe I'll do it tonight, and you can watch back the end of this later or something. But yeah, we'll take a little peek at that probably.
World. Yale graduates the elites of the world. So the intelligence networks want to get their pincers in those people when they're young. And then, so a guy like Irving Kristol puts together this money with these other guys from the CIA, and they seed the money for conservative student newspapers. And, these 19-year-old kids, they think it's funny. A guy like Stephen Miller, that's how he got his start. He was writing letters to David Horowitz, who's a talk radio host, and he was a student newspaper guy doing polemical stuff, shitting on Mexicans and black people and Palestinians and the rest of it.
I was just thinking about David Portnoy. Sorry, go ahead.
Pizza reviews they should get into.
Yeah.
And so that's how they get groomed. And then, they go from a student newspaper to a local newspaper to Fox News, and then they're a household name. And they're the big Fox News name.
Was your point of contact, like you're sort of like the vampire that changes you? Was that Cassie Dillon?
Yes.
That's literally she converted to Judaism afterwards.
I looked her up, by the way. She's ugly.
Is she ugly?
Yes.
She's not hot.
You could pull up a picture.
Which made me upset.
Sure.
Who said the thing about the price of a man's soul being so low? It's like, it's not that everybody has a price. It's that most people's price is so low.
Ouch. Yeah.
It's also the case that the bitches they hook these guys up with are butt ugly.
That's the price.
Yeah, that's the prize. That's what they get, but they're not hot.
Very sad.
Is she genetically Jewish?
No, she converted.
Why is her face all fucked up then? Converted from what? Ugly bitch? If a beat bitch came to me and texted me saying you got to change your opinions, I'd say, bitch, get surgery. Now, Cassie Dillon, she might have great. Is that her appeal? I don't know how this stuff works. Is it just that the so good it offsets the ugliness? Anyway, I don't know. Listen, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers here. I just know this bitch is beat.
That's her.
She's good looking.
Yeah.
It's not a hobby. It's your empire. It's not DIY.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
doing it yourself on Wix.
Just get her when she was younger.
Bitch.
Yeah, look at her there.
She looks shrill, and she looks like she's ready to terrorize a man.
Wrong star on the sweatshirt there.
When you were coming up, you had hot opinions, and people were looking at you and saying, this kid's hot. And you get paired up with this chick to sort of show you the ropes and kind of introduce you to the world of whatever the fuck leads to being on Fox News, whatever. And you start questioning basically Jewish stuff, and she starts texting you stuff. You can't talk about this. We're gonna excise you from the friend group. These types of like texts to let you know that you're on dangerous ground.
Yeah, I think she tried to fuck me too. I think it was like a honeypot situation. The first thing she asked me when I met her is if I would ever fly to Israel. That was her. It could not be less subtle.
Yeah, fly to Israel to fuck. That's the one key weakness. They got to get better looking bitches.
Better looking ingredients.
Better pizza. Papa John's.
She really fumbled the ball hard.
Oh,
She came out the gates. You want to go to Israel? Came on real strong, and then she has to report back to whoever and be like, "I think I accidentally created Nick Fuentes."
Oops.
She was so ugly, she created Nick Fuentes.
Was she the only one? Did they send more? Did they? Let's try this one.
I think there were more after, but it was mainly she was the main one. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it was actually that simple. She just wasn't that hot.
It's like Charlie's Angels. If they don't get you with that one, they send the black one, then they send a Chinese one. They send a bunch of different flavors to see if they can get you.
They send Charlie in?
Well, it's Epstein is the guy.
Right.
And then the last one is they get you on the plane with the kids.
And then they become the agents. Peter Thiel, for example, he starts the Stanford Review at Stanford. And if you look, it's crazy. Stanford Review is like a who's who of defense contractors, which you wouldn't think. It's supposed to be like a polemical, conservative college newspaper, but it's a who's who of drone developers, like all these people that are making weapons for the Department of Defense, like Joe Lonsdale, who then went on to work with Peter Thiel. And so Peter Thiel, he writes this book about the diversity myth in 1995. He writes a number of other publications, and then he goes on to work for the CIA full-time doing Palantir. And then he goes into a full-time intelligence defense contractor position. And now they're collecting all the data on people that criticize Israel for the government.
That sounds like honest work. What's the problem? Ozan, Ukraine, Turkey. Welcome. What's up, bro? How's it going? Hello, Dark Match Steve. You saw British commercials for the first time? What, the thing I just skipped? Was that someone with a British accent? I don't even remember. Steve, what should I get you for a wedding present? A big butt plug. But make it buried in the cake. Where, like, one person we serve, you serve the slice of cake, and it's a butt plug in the slice of cake. That's what I would want. Oh, we got Holyoke Joe calling in. See what you started, Fat Pig, you son of a bitch. God. Holyoke Joe, hold on one second. We got to get you on the right tab here so everybody can see you fighting with the Fat Pig or whatever you got planned for us. He's on. What's up, Holyoke Joe?
I'm not fighting with the Fat Pig. I just want to provide a little backstory for his hilarious jokes.
Okay.
So when they took me out of the hospital, they moved my room, and when they moved all my belongings from one room to the other, only what I've accrued here in the past less than 2 years, because I've already lost everything once. When my mother and I were separated and put into nursing homes, we lost everything that we had in over 40 years of my life, plus all of hers. So it was nothing new to lose everything, but hey, I got some stuff back, a lot of Bubba Army merch and whatnot, and they lost a bunch of my shit, and they're not doing anything to replace it. So the Fat Pig thought that would be hilarious to make fun of, just like not being able to walk. That's really fucking hilarious. You know, one of these days when you guys are laid up in hospital beds, both of you, because it's gonna fucking happen, I hope there's somebody there to make fun of you and fucking laugh at you when you can't walk.
I hope I... What is this? You guys are just gonna call in to hang up on me tonight? What the fuck is this? What the fuck's going on tonight? God damn, Holyoke Joe. Thanks for leaving on a light note at least. Boom, roasted. Yes. Rainy's gonna be absolutely pissed that she missed that. Second roast session of the night. All right, we are not taking any more calls. Watch, Tampa Terry's gonna call in next. Hey, brother, it's not cool what Holyoke Joe and Fat Pig did to you, brother.
That Alex Karp guy, he said that his greatest fear is that the alt-right. His greatest fear is the alt-right.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Yeah, and specifically, he said his greatest fear is that Christian nationalists will take power and then throw him out of a window, specifically for being Jewish.
That's not.
No, it's a Fat Pig says, what a mark. Bro, Holyoke Joe, you know what? Holyoke Joe and the Fat Pig love to fight each other. And Holyoke Joe likes to make his own insults and stuff. And people say shit back to him and get real heat. And it's just like, it gets out of hand. I don't know what the fuck even happened tonight. No, Holyoke Joe, I already told you, I feel bad that they lost your stuff. If the Fat Pig calls in and says something about that, I can't help what he says. And I also can't help if it's funny if he makes a joke about it and I laugh. It doesn't change the fact that I feel bad for you for that happening and that the people that work there are, whatever. They're being assholes. They have it out for you.
Good.
Yeah, that's our guy.
What do you think about these Indians?
Not a fan. I was going to go with it as Usha Vance, JD Vance's wife, is Indian.
Mm-hmm.
You have like half of Twitter like hates Indians, and then they're also extremely pro Vance, and his kids are dressed like Indians in India.
Mm-hmm.
His first son's name is Vivek, and he went to college with Vivek.
You can't write this shit.
No, it's like the Bill Barr, the Epstein thing, this shit. The segue was like Teal to Vance to Usha. And Vivek.
That sounds like one of the, what's the Upanishads? It sounds like something out of one of those ancient books.
It does have a sort of
the Bhagavad Gita.
And
ancient ring to it.
It's frightening to me, especially that ancient Indian stuff. That's
because modern Indian's frightening as is. You go back into the murky.
The Bhagavad Gita and the Rig Vedas, the Vedic texts, the response to criticism of the caste system. Oh yeah, Dark Match Steve has, studied a little bit of this.
Depths of time.
It only gets murkier.
Yeah,
from
the
here.
anglerfish of Indian existence down there somewhere.
It doesn't get more clear. The waters get muddier the deeper you go
sure do.
On that one. Do you play games, Nick?
I do, yeah.
What do you play?
I'm basic. I just play like Fortnite, and I play map games. I play Civ 5, Call of War.
Civ 5, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love Civilization. What society do you pick?
Oh, Rome every time.
So with Rome every time?
Mm-hmm.
I go with the Uzbeks. Now, I usually look to see who has the biggest advantage and then go with that. But I think, you know what Civilization is?
Nope.
It's this game where you pick your civilization from all the civilizations that have ever existed, and you start a little like sim nation, it's a sim game.
Okay.
But the advantage is like if you pick an African, it's like you get higher birth rate. I don't think
I
don't think they have anything like that in there. I'm sure they're smart enough to not do that, but each civilization has an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there are any of them that are funny, like Africans.
Yeah, India has a funny one. It's like the population could be really big and unhappiness is really low.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, with like billions of people.
Hell
and shit.
yeah.
It's like hard mode.
They can tolerate
everything.
everything. That's amazing.
Yeah.
People would say that's weird that there's no Jewish option, but you as the player are because you're controlling everything.
Is there an Israeli civilization?
There isn't. No.
That would make me sick if I fired up a civilization.
If you get far enough as a Brit, you then create the state of Israel.
It's one of the world wonders is creating Israel.
My big
God damn, that's funny.
Thing is, I'm just soaking in the failure of this administration. Every successive failure of Trump is just like that.
Same.
That has been my source of enjoyment for the past 5 months.
What are the failures?
The discussion about amnesty for illegal farmers.
What's his stance here on amnesty?
So, last year they're promising mass deportations. That was the big tagline.
We didn't get that, right?
No, we're not getting it. They stopped publishing the figures.
Right.
They've not published.
There we go, guys. I talked about this a few minutes. Well, no, it's been probably about an hour ago. Anyway, yeah, they're not publishing the figures. Guys, the figures are probably really shitty, like I said. And all of these high profile cases where you see it in fucking all over social media and in the news and everything where they're like, oh my God, they took these people with their kids. And oh my God, he ripped this mother right out of nursing school. And this guy was, taking his kid to Chuck E. Cheese and they fucking stole him from there and they beat up the rat. All these cases, it's just to make it sound like they're doing mass deportations because you hear about it so much. But really, the numbers are probably really shitty, and they're only grabbing the people that have been here and contributed to the country, not the millions of people that fucking scurried over the border like cockroaches during the Biden administration.
One number for 6 months, which never happens. And so that was a big promise. And, but of course, the entire year last year, he had his fingers crossed behind his back. Whenever they pressed him, he would say, well, we're going to get the violent criminals out first. We'll worry about everybody else later. And so fast forward to now, they arrested 70,000 people, which is nothing in 5 months. And they're already saying, well, now we're going to strategically do mass deportations by not deporting anybody that works on a farm, in a restaurant, in a construction site, in a hotel, which is like all the migrant labor. They're basically throwing in the towel 5 months in.
They're just leaving the listless ones that have nothing better to do than crime and rapes.
Yeah.
At least the other ones have there's.
This is.
Dude, exactly. This is the thing is it's very easy to find illegal immigrants that have jobs and are contributing. So these are the ones they're fucking deporting.
Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent, adaptive, effortless. It doesn't replace your bed. I
don't know.
I don't want to replace my bed. I have a twin size bed. It's called a California Twink. Is the actual that's what the size of my bed is called, California Twink. It's perfect size for me. I've had it since I was literally like a toddler. It's ridiculous, but it's what I know.
They're kind of semi-integrated. That seems like the worst idea.
It's a total joke. So people like you and me, we were part of this big wave in 2016, which Trump obviously led. He was the nucleus of it and the center of it. And I think that the energy around him started dying off realistically almost immediately after he won the election the first time. I think he's no longer funny. He got off Twitter. He's not even based anymore. You know, I think about the things that he says. There's just not one. He's pro-Jewish. He's pro-diversity, pro-black, all these different things. And so last year, you had all these people that were really not on our side back then. People like Jack Posobiec and Mike Cernovich and a lot of these other guys trying to meme him as like he's still spiritually what he was the first time. And to me, I just thought that was just a complete and total betrayal. It's like people like myself found ourselves on the outside looking in, and all those people back then who were alt-right or establishment are now the ultimate insiders in Trump world. No deportations. He bombed Iran, which at one time that was almost like synonymous with
starting World War III.
Well, and what the Jews always wanted. Like bombing Iran was like a punchline. If you wanted to say somebody was so pro-Israel, it's ridiculous, you would say they're going to start a war with Iran. They're going to bomb Iran.
Yeah.
And then he did it.
What did he bomb?
Classic memes. Classic.
He bombed their most fortified nuclear facility where they enrich uranium. Of course, he promised no new wars. And a big reason I didn't vote for him is because I said he's going to bomb Iran. The Israelis have been pushing.
You know what, Scott? That's a good point. That's a good point. I should have done that.
For years, and they're finally going to achieve it with him. You know, he gets into office and everybody says there's going to be no new wars. We're going to stay out of it. And then, of course, Israel starts the war with Iran. They bomb Iran. They do these drone strikes. They do airstrikes.
Here, let me.
And all the pro-Trump people said, well, we should.
I'm going to see if I can switch over to Twitter somewhat seamlessly here. Here we go.
Should stay out of it. Of course, we're deeply involved. We start shooting Iran's missiles out of the sky. We start moving airplanes and aircraft carriers into the region. Then they said, well, we shouldn't get involved offensively. Then everybody starts saying, well, we should bomb Iran's nuclear program. Then they said, well, we could bomb the nuclear program, but we shouldn't do regime change. We shouldn't put boots on the ground. Then we bomb the nuclear program, and the next day, Trump is saying, we need to do regime change.
Has Trump said that?
He did. He said it
we
the
need
day
to do
after.
regime change? Can we look that up? What is Trump saying about regime change in Iran?
On True Social, the day after he bombed Iran, he said, why wouldn't we do regime change? The people hate the government's failing. We should get a new government to make Iran great again.
Oh, wow.
And then everybody started saying, well, regime change might not be so bad.
It's a weird thing to declare while wearing a bow tie.
Well, no, this is MIGA. This is Make Iran Great Again.
Oh, that is kind of a bow tie situation.
Absolutely.
MIGA.
There's a top. Why is he not wearing a top hat?
MIGA.
Maybe he is, and maybe like he's in the middle of saying something that makes it like float off his head for a second.
That's probably actually true. Yeah.
Right.
Or someone's taking shooting at him. The hat's just.
It didn't get shot off. It's dodging the bullets.
Yeah.
Right.
He's that good.
It's a great hat.
We bombed that nuclear facility, but didn't he bomb the entryway of it? Like, did it actually do damage?
No, he's saying that he destroyed it, but the Europeans, the Iranians, the Israelis, the United States, we all say, no, we didn't destroy it at all. And so that's kind of the next step. Is
so couldn't that be 4D chess though, Nick?
Yes.
I don't know.
So you have the amnesty that they're discussing, bombing Iran. And then, of course, the biggest thing is the Epstein cover-up, which it's like the most obvious. He published, you know, I put something on my Telegram in 20.
Here, let's go over to here.
Tweet was like, I've never seen a thin person drinking. No, we didn't destroy it at all. And so that's kind of the next step. Is they're
so couldn't
saying,
that be 4D chess though, Nick?
Yes.
I don't know.
So you have the amnesty that they're discussing, bombing Iran. And then, of course, the biggest thing is the Epstein cover-up, which it's like the most...
Yeah, Scott Starbird, good suggestion. I appreciate it.
He published, you know, I put something on my Telegram In 2016, a Trump tweet was like, I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. And now the tweets are like a page long. It's like, this is a tweet. It's like, it's a page long. It's an essay.
You're talking about the Pam Bondi double pager?
Yes.
Yeah. And doesn't Trump drink Diet Coke? Trump is the fucking most McDonald's eatinest motherfucker there ever been. And I'm pretty sure there's a Diet Coke, if not a regular Coke, which is, I mean, what, you know, pick your poison. Which is more fucking disgusting?
We'll pull that up in post. Let's pull it up right now. Let's just see what he's saying. So the commentary coming out of Trump with regard to Epstein, it's not punchy. It doesn't have that traditional Trump snap.
No.
Bro, the fucking this is a funny point too, and I've sort of ranted about this on the stream before. Trump is trying to do Trump memes with the Epstein stuff, and it's really just falling so flat. It's pathetic. It's fucked up. Because like it's enough of the it's sort of like watching somebody deliver jokes with like the cadence of a comedian that you like. Like for instance, last Monday on Kill Tony, there was a comedian. Who was he? The guy that with the frozen banana joke. I forget his name. Mitch Hedberg. There was a guy that was doing a fucking comedy set on Kill Tony. It was an amateur comedian that got picked out of the bucket. And his whole act and set and his personality and everything is a ripoff of Mitch Hedberg. Now his set almost like kind of went like, okay, it went well. And then even the interview part, he got like some laughs and stuff. But I think they ended up pretty much being like, you know, you realize you're just ripping off Mitch Hedberg. Like, why don't you deliver these jokes just actually with your own personality or something? And it just felt like a ripoff in a way. Like, it was funny, but it just felt like, oh, come on, bro. Like, get your own gig. This is like, it's a weird thing watching. It's almost the same experience watching Trump fall flat on his face doing his Trump bit, the Trump cadence of, oh, that's fake news. We're still talking about that. About Epstein. And like, I don't know who, there are so few respectable people that are like falling for it. I mean, you see the fucking cat turd idiots and DC Dranos and who, I don't even know what he tweeted. Just your average fucking, undying MAGA supporter, the people that are actually cultish or probably CIA or whatever, that are perfectly willing to sit there and deep throat Trump dick and regurge his fucking bullshit excuses of why we should move on from talking about Epstein, what you campaigned on. We got to move on because a flood happened in Texas? Okay, thanks, Grandpa. We only voted for you because we were hoping to get some transparency. And here you are acting like you're what's a suspect. So you're acting like you're suspect number one in these files when people ask about him.
To it. It's in fact, it's 2 fucking pages long of him sort of pressing people to move on from the topic. What's going on with my boys and in some cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. He's bemoaning how the Epstein thing won't go away. And he's saying that it's radical left-inspired document concoction.
He's radical left-inspired Obama Hillary fake news that I campaigned with.
Basically saying it's fake. People are, of course, Epstein was blackmailing everybody and ran a sex trafficking ring for that purpose and trafficked them for Israel. And Trump is on True Social publishing a page each day saying, hey guys, can we all move on? Like, this isn't I definitely wasn't on that island. Like I had nothing to do with that. And we need to just stop talking about it altogether. I don't know. It's just like, he's not funny anymore. He's not based. He's kind of like wrong on all the issues. This is not the golden age we were promised. This is more like a golden shower. It's like the golden shower in the Russian hotel.
We're getting pissed on at levels that, and I have to pretend I'm happy, right? But we're getting pissed on. Wow, a lot of piss.
Yeah, it's not great. Not looking too good.
The thing is that energy's got to go somewhere, right? Like, I mean, he started all this momentum deporting people. I remember hearing people, like, just people on the left going, "Oh, they're sending innocent people to where was it? Friggin' Shangri-La? Where was the prison they were sending them?" I'm completely off the map.
Alligator Alcatraz.
You mean El Salvador's?
El Salvador. That's Shangri-La.
Oh, it's just Shangri-La, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Kiko,
something like that.
CECOT, whatever their center is for bad guys.
So now everybody's mad. You got, Mexicans throwing bricks at ICE vehicles and stuff. That's all the stuff I'm seeing. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, though. Mm-hmm. Like, where's all this momentum gonna go?
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted him to lose so that we could elect Ye in 2024. That was kind of, or in 2028. That was kind of my big idea. I think the country is ready to reject Trump as like not radical enough.
Giga Trump.
And a true Hitler level leader can arise in him, because he's sort of preventing that from happening in a way.
From holding the spot.
Right. But this may be the best case scenario where his crash out might fuel the rise of that next person.
Almost like Arthur Fleck inspiring the creation of the next Joker who slashes him at the end of the thing.
That's right.
He's like, you want to know how I got these scars? And he shows you how I got the scars.
Well, one thing that's true, I think that the public, the tides are turning publicly in a way that I couldn't have imagined back during the, sort of the dark ages. Back then, I think there was this energy. We were looking at Trump and thinking about, we were hopeful for the future and excited for what could come out of the Make America Great Again. But now I think that the regular people are getting fed up, and regular people are starting they don't trust science. They don't trust official narratives. I mean, that part of it is kind of exciting. And also the censorship thing, we were talking about this. It seemed like it would just get worse and worse and worse forever. But now it's like, it's good almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, basically the plan was we were all going to get wiped from the internet completely.
Yeah.
Like not even be able to have a website or a bank account.
Unpersoned.
Yeah. And then when Trump got banned from Twitter, it just went in the opposite direction, and Twitter opened up and Instagram opened up. And now it feels like Twitter is like 4chan, like you see every day. It's just all racist memes, anti-Jewish memes. Like the red pill has truly gone mainstream.
Is Twitter suffering? I feel like, do regular people, do black people look at Twitter now and get pissed off, or are they just fine with it?
I think even the black people are racist at this point.
Well, black Twitter is its own thing.
The Fresh and Fit guy, you did that Fresh and Fit podcast. Mm-hmm. Did you do the Hodge twins?
I did, yeah.
How'd you like them?
They're great. Yeah, I saw you did.
I love those guys. I think they're awesome. Hodge twins.
Which one's better?
Which one's better?
Yeah.
The one on the left.
Old lefty. Black people getting fed up with black people, I think that happens like in the hood. And I think they also have a lot of distrust that's like valuable. They have a healthy amount of distrust, but maybe an unhealthy aim, and so they wind up distrusting.
That's really true. That's true, guys. You remember I haven't looked this up recently, but I know at first they were, remember the fucking guy from the FDA. You guys remember that when it was Project Veritas, I believe, back when James O'Keefe was still with Project Veritas, and they got that guy from the FDA undercover and it was that fucking obnoxious blonde-haired, like, dick pig of a gay guy who kept saying they had to fucking blow dart black people to get them to take the vaccine because their numbers were showing that black people were like they're vaccine hesitant. And he said it like 5 or 6 times during this fucking hidden camera video. He's like having dinner and drinks with probably some, honeypot twink, some cute little honeypot twink that looks something like me, tricking this gay guy into divulging all the secrets of the FDA. But this guy who was someone who was he's not like the janitor. I don't remember his position, what they said, but it was someone who worked for the FDA who literally said like 5 fucking times that they need to blow dart black people with the vaccine because they're not taking it enough. Black people are hesitant for some reason. I don't know why the black people would be so hesitant. It's not like there's anything like the Tuskegee experiment that happened or something like that. It's not like they have a reason to be hesitant. But no, that is one thing that's very good about the black community is that they are skeptical of authority. But, sometimes the way that they act with it in some ways is bad. Some of the ways that they resist the police. I mean, like there's that recent viral clip where that fucking black guy gets like punched and palm striked and they break his window and drag him out of the car and beat him up and stuff. And that one's like pretty egregious and not called for. And he really didn't seem like he did anything wrong besides like, say like, I want to speak to your supervisor. And then they just like beat the shit out of him. But a lot of the cases where, black people in their culture and stuff, they have a distrust of authority, which can be good to have like a healthy level of that. But the way that you act with it, like, completely resisting the police violently or in a really stupid way during a traffic stop where they end up getting shot or something, that's like the actions that they take based on their skepticism can be bad. But I think the level of skepticism is probably good in the black community.
Things like, and I just found this out, dark cola. The reason why they prefer Sprite is because they think that they put in something in the brown, in the dark soda. I just heard that.
Oh, that's just like black schizophrenia now.
Correct.
That's where we're moving.
but if that was aimed properly, they'd be great allies.
We have to calibrate black schizophrenia.
Yeah.
That's the next phase in true MAGA, or T-MAGA, as I call it, is calibrating black schizophrenia.
Weaponized autism plus weaponized,
We have to do our version of starting the college newspapers. We have to fund mixtapes.
Right.
Did you see that flood in Texas? Mm-hmm. Did you see the thing they're talking about with the weather modification?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that?
No.
So do you know what cloud seeding is?
I do, yeah.
So 2 days before this fatal flood, there's a company that's seeding clouds. And now the CEO, he's like a young kid, they're bringing the CEO around to explain that his technology is not what caused the floods that killed everybody. I'm glad I don't run a weather modification company after a fatal flood. Rainmaker is the company. And he's on the what's that guy's name? Sean Ryan.
Oh yeah, the veteran.
Are you going to go on Sean Ryan?
I don't think he's going to invite me.
He's not.
Yeah, no.
I like soldiers and troop guys who they're like the most badass. They've killed thousands of people and they've had bullets whizzing over your head. If you talk to them on camera about Israel and tried to get them to commit to any type of opinion, they would turn into like pee-pee pants, poo-poo baby man. Like the toughest guy who's that guy Shrek? I'll tell you, man, we were in Osama bin Laden's baseball dugout. We were in a 440 ATX. We had Razor ATVs out there. I killed everyone and then I took their hats. Yeah. John McPhee.
Do we want to meet him or him versus Tim Kennedy?
A short of him.
What if the units are amazing?
Have you seen this guy?
Took a guy
I've never seen him.
right out back this building right now and shot him.
What would you do?
If I shut up this building
It's
right
none of my
now,
business.
I'd blow this whole building up.
Yeah, first off, don't think I just cakewalk through it like John Wayne in some movie. I was on the worst team ever. I thought
Big E, what's up, bro? Long ass stream. Yeah, we're going in. We're watching this whole Sam Hyde deal with Nick. Almost said Nick Rochford, Nick Fuentes.
it was brilliant. I thought every
Pause
minute
this.
was right.
But can you imagine trying to get this guy to say anything serious about like the capture of our government by this hostile foreign actor? It's not going to happen. Sean Ryan's a badass operator, but
Bro, this is what I'm talking about too. These goddamn ultra conservative cringe commentators that there are too many fucking people that have gotten reasonable audiences by just trying to be the biggest MAGA cocksucker ever. It's fucking crazy, man. Like, I am not afraid to have supported Trump. I supported Trump in the past a lot. And even before this recent election, I was very skeptical of him. But, it's like, really, like, these people who cannot even, like, admit that there's one thing Trump is... you've seen them. We've gone over the debates on this channel and stuff where some of these fucking conservative people, they're so bought in, they can't even admit, like, one fucking thing that Trump has done that's disappointed them. Not even a bump stock ban, not fucking any of the shit with the tariffs. They can't even say like one fucking thing. You can't think of one thing he could do better?
he was interviewing the guy that did the cloud seeding. Can you pull that up? Feels like a theater show so that they don't kill the guy. Here's the reasons why if you're a Texas father who lost his daughter in the flood that I caused, here's why not to kill me.
Yeah, if I were the CEO of a cloud seeding company, I'd be making the same rounds. Truth is Unbreakable says Trump is filling the swamp, not draining it. He's on the list as his true colors are exposed. I'm afraid that is the case. Truth is Unbreakable. It sucks, man. It was, and especially in the early years, 2015, around then, it was really like, it was fun supporting Trump, not seeing someone that looked like an outsider absolutely trolling the fuck out of Jeb Bush and Mitt Romney. It was so funny. It was so funny imagining like, oh my God, this guy's really making all these other politicians eat shit on the debate stage. It was enthralling. It was incredible. And now, unfortunately, like they said, Trump has lost his thunder. Trump has been using the Donald Trump 2016 cadence and delivery to make jokes about how we should move on from talking about Epstein. And it's not working. It's not the same.
Money comes from the Texas weather modification, whatever group that you were talking about, correct?
So note, she said geoengineering.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do geoengineering. I do weather modification. And that difference is really important.
When I saw that, the cloud seeding thing, the last time I heard anything about that was people swearing up and down and shouting to the high heavens that it's fake.
Yeah.
And that if you believe in it, you're a kook. And now it's just like, it's not even acknowledged that it's a thing.
Between that and the Wi-Fi watching you clip.
Let's do Wi-Fi watching you. Let's see what that's all about.
Using motion, your motion to detect you in your home. Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, and again, I have not pre-watched this thing. I don't know exactly what they're going into here, but I imagine this is the thing I did see. I think it's a TED Talk or something where if you have Wi-Fi in your house, basically, they can tell, you can basically get a 3-dimensional image of like everything going on in your house using the Wi-Fi signal. Someone else can use your Wi-Fi signal to see where you are in your house, and pretty much you get a 3D model.
Signals to detect you in your home at no extra cost. So that's free.
So this is a free security feature that comes with your internet now, is that if you're away from home, your devices can alert you when there's motion. But
this is different.
I think it can also like image the room. Is that a thing that it can do?
Fun fact, SWAT teams use this to figure out where gunmen are positioned behind a door.
Oh, yeah. So this is what I was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, they triggered a sort of like a pattern within a hard drive, like the fan system, to produce a code that could reveal passwords or something.
Like kind of interesting.
That is very interesting. That's cool.
I know they can. Each keystroke on a keyboard has a distinct signal of some sort. You can tell what somebody's typing remotely just based on like the emissions from the keyboard. That's kind of interesting. It's crazy how language is weaponized. Your interview with Candace. I'm not gonna like shit on Candace or something, but you were talking about stuff that's like it would take fucking years to make a regular person understand the subtleties of the psyop and like language, like Judeo-Christian. It would take you 10 years of your own personal research to figure out what the fuck is going on when they do Judeo-Christian. So once you get it, it's like such an obvious like knife. You know what I mean? To subvert, like they killed Christ. The name of your murderer and then your name to describe something that you that's a system of beliefs based on you. It's like, this is your system of beliefs. First, we're going to use the name of your murderer.
Yeah, it's like Judeo-Nazi. It's like a Hitler.
Yeah, Judeo.
Well, you know what? This is a funny observation, but you know what, guys? This is part of the reason it's the Abrahamic religions and organized religion in general is just so messy. Look, I'm sorry, Sam. You're saying it's funny how people say Judeo-Christian, the term Judeo-Christian, because the Jews killed Jesus. Sorry, you fucking Christians use the fucking Old Testament. So it is Judeo-Christian. Sorry. It's a part of the whole story. Sorry. Did you not realize this is the religion that you proclaim to believe in? It's Judeo-Christian. You use the Old Testament.
Sound like a Judeo-Nazi right now, man. I don't like that. White House press secretary takes off cross.
Fun joke, but just kind of, it feels like you're lost in the sauce when you're saying that. If you truly believe it.
For Epstein announcement line.
Wild if true.
Yeah, that was like a QAnon operation. You see that?
How are the QAnon guys doing these days? I haven't checked in.
I don't know how they're still going with everything that's going on, but I saw their latest.
Willie, Christ used the Old Testament. Willie, is it Jenkins? Welcome. I think that's a new name in the chat. What's up? Thanks for checking out the stream.
Theory when Trump.
This has been a fun video. This is a good one.
Trump gave a speech, I think, on 4th of July. They said the American flags didn't have yellow fringe on the sides of the flag, and that was a message to them that patriots are back in control.
Wasn't he wearing a yellow tie as well at some point? And I think that also was something that was like a big deal for me. When I saw the yellow tie, it was like the bat signal.
Yes.
Coming in. That's actually the video we collaborated on was QAnon inspired back in the day. You remember that?
Yeah, Ronald
that was
McDonald.
A good ass video.
That was.
Yeah. And that's some of that stuff snuck into the lexicon there, the Ronald McDonald code word activation stuff. Yeah. That's like the funniest stuff to me is that like pseudo military shit. Okay, what is she? She took her cross off?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, when she did the press conference on they're dropping
Epstein.
In the Epstein files, she wasn't wearing a cross. Every other press conference, she has a giant cross necklace, except for this one.
And that's true. That really happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real. So, I mean, maybe they're right about this one. And it's almost like saying, I can't brandish the cross when I'm telling a lie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a distress signal. It's like an upside down flag.
Is she back to wearing it now?
I think so, yeah.
Is Pizzagate real?
I'm a big Pizzagate truther. That's what makes this so evil, because Trump was elected. Obviously, Hillary Clinton was at the center of Pizzagate. And so in many ways, Trump was elected as a repudiation of pedophile cults and blackmail rings controlling the country. And now he's at the center of covering up what is effectively the same thing, which is Jeffrey Epstein. This is the first real scandal, because you think about all the nonsense they said about him, the impeachments, the indictments, the porn star, the rape allegations, the insurrection, everything like that. But this is like the first undeniably real scandal, and one that has currency with his own supporters.
Yeah, that's a big problem. That's a big problem for Trump. This isn't something that was just like January 6th that got a little out of hand and whatever. This is you campaigned on releasing the Epstein files, and then when it comes time for your constituents to hold you to that, you say that they're fucking retards and they got scammed by the Democrats into believing that there is an Epstein list. even though you campaigned on releasing the Epstein list. Good stuff. Oh, welcome. Yeah, you're the new guy. Welcome. Please hit the sub. I do a live stream 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday around 8 p.m. We got an evening lineup. Scott Starbird, you might see him in the chat. Yeah, there he is. My buddy Scott Starbird, we got an evening lineup. He starts around like 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then Tuesday through Thursday, we've got Alex Stein, prime time with Alex Stein. That comes on at 7. And then when he's off at 8 o'clock, I normally go on. And I got parody songs and other shit on my channel too. I recommend you checking them out. I'm actually a pretty good parody artist. Don, what's up, Don? DMS.
They memory hold that so quickly, I think, because it was for a normal person to believe that stuff. It's just too much of a reach, and it was too horrifying to think about if it's true. But the Epstein stuff is like, even to a normal person, it's just obviously it clicks. It makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you, if you're Mossad, why wouldn't you run a blackmail ring like this? And so it's hard to see where this is going to go, this Epstein stuff, because it doesn't seem like it's going away. It seems like I thought it was going to go away when we made the fucking shirt, and now it's still, that was years ago.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they release the footage and they just cut out a little bit or something ridiculous, and they're like, yeah, see, look, it's all here. We got 10 hours.
They left the metadata in that shows that it was cut in Premiere Pro.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking sloppy too. You know, guys, and like I said, just to keep it all, I know there's probably I know we've pointed out a few new people that have been in the chat, but there's probably some other newer people that'll stumble upon this. And just to keep, all of the theories and everything out on the table in a little bit of context, I do still leave open the possibility that this isn't something nefarious that Trump is doing. There is a slight, it seems more slight each day, possibility that there might be some crazy shit in these Epstein files that they can't release because there are active investigations, and it's currency, it's blackmail. And so whoever has access to these files and control over whether or not they get released, that person has a lot of power, right? That's not even debatable. Whether you think Trump is in it and, implicated in a very, very disgusting bad way, even if you think that's true, regardless, whoever controls the release of the Epstein files, whoever the fuck is implicated, has a lot of power. It's about who is in it. And obviously it's fucked up regardless that Trump campaigned on releasing it and then is now going to make excuses. And then it goes a step further to say, not only did you recklessly promise something that you should have known a huge reach and a huge risk to release. You promised us that, but then now you are turning your back on your supporters who you campaigned on this. They supported you based on, under the impression that they would get some transparency and have this list released. You're turning your backs on them, insulting them for believing in this thing you campaigned on. My thing is, I feel like Trump could, if there is, it's suspicious to me the way he's acting, especially because I feel like Trump actually is smart enough that if he weren't in the list and weren't implicated, he's probably on the list, so to speak, but wasn't in these files implicated in a very, very bad way. What makes me think that is the way he's reacting, when I think he could, if he weren't implicated, he could easily say, he could calm his supporters down, his fucking barking dogs. He could calm them all by just going, look, guys, I want to release this, but we can't do it right now. And I need you to just understand that, because I got things in the works. He could literally leave it that vague and everyone would have shut up already. That's like all it would have taken is to just go, look, guys, we, you know how investigations work. We can't just, look, now that I've seen what's in there, we can't just release everything to you guys because now I know the DOJ and FBI, we have work to do, and releasing that would compromise. That would give you even more power. If there were people implicated in there that you wanted stuff done for a leader of some other country that was banging kids or some shit, and you could hold that over their head even better. This is why it's a possibility that Trump's not implicated and there's just stuff they can't release because they are investigating or doing something with it. But the way he's acting is so suspicious. It's fucked up. It actually makes him look nervous about it getting released. Where if he addressed it the way I suggested, we would have been 10 steps ahead. We'd have been fucking who knows what we'd be talking about right now.
Alley of choice.
Future politics is pure schizophrenia. That's what's going to happen.
Or not. It might not be pure schizophrenia. I think that the Epstein thing has traction, and it has traction with like people who are disinterested in politics typically, and it has traction with people who aren't schizophrenic and talking about weather modification and all that shit. It has traction with like regular people.
Yeah, for a lot of people, Trump was the only reason they liked him is because they thought that he would unveil this sort of cabal and Illuminati thing.
Deep state.
They finally had a voice.
That's the whole fucking point of his presidency, right? To take out the deep state.
Yeah, we finally have a wrench in the machine and whatever, and then it's just a machine.
That was the appeal, is like, here's this guy from the outside who's going to go on the inside and turn everything upside down and blow everything up. And burying Epstein is just total opposite of that. It's like he's actually covering for them and actually recapitulating it with the people that were the angriest about it.
They released those binders, the Epstein files phase 1. Mm-hmm. We were looking into that. What happened to the people holding those binders? Who was that? Was it Cernovich?
It was Cernovich,
DC Drano,
Jack Posobiec, Scott Pressler, DC Drano.
What are those guys saying now? Like, what are they up to now?
They're all defending the president. They're all saying it's Pam Bondi's fault. It's the attorney general's fault. It doesn't get darker than this. I mean, it's a pedophile sex blackmail island that like the royal family was involved in, and it works for Israel. And Trump put out a memo saying, no, it's over. There's no clients. There's no black book. It's over. So I don't know how he gets past this one. I think this is going to haunt him. It's his first legitimate scandal. And what's terrifying is he's actually striking back at his own voters. He basically said in the most recent post today, he said, what more could you ask for? Stop bothering me about this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary to think, this is the first time that his base has turned on him since the entire thing started 10 years ago. I don't know what this looks like.
Please, for the love of God, help me personally. Help me. Go to mde.tv, make a free account. Come on already with this. I need you to make a free account. Come on. We'll be right back. We're here with Nick Fuentes. Whatever brand is sponsoring us approves of violence.
This mind-controlled computer is the latest installment of tech from Ultramind, with several key features including one-handed design for easy use, biofeedback for optimal physiological function, Relax Plus to allow a calm and focused mind for the user, a selection of fun interactive games, Guide to the Future.
I think this is pretty much over. Yeah, this is just bullshit at the end. All right, guys, this is good timing because my laptop's dying now. So yeah. Well, that was fun. That was a wild ride. How about that? Sam Hyde and Nick Fuentes collabing there. That's good stuff. That's interesting. I'm sure that angers some people. That's okay. I'm sure they'll get over it. They really have a tendency of getting over things very quickly and moving on. The people that would be angry about that conversation, they don't hold on to things for decades and decades and keep talking about it with a victim mentality. They'll get over that quickly. But we'll remember it forever, guys, won't we? The people that enjoyed that, we'll always remember that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. I'm Dark Match Steve, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you, guys. I got to get the fuck out of here and get some goddamn sleep. It's 11 o'clock here in sleepy Tampa, Florida. It's nice to be able to, get my head to hit the pillow before the gunshots start firing outside at night. Normally that starts around like 1 a.m. So yeah, hopefully I can get to bed here. I'll see you guys tomorrow where Bubba Army chat will be there in the morning. A lot of the people in the chat that you've seen here tonight will all be in the Bubba Army chat in the morning for the Bubba Love Sponge show. And guys, I've been super busy, guys. My mom, she hasn't had to go back to the hospital, but it got pretty close the other day. So yeah, I mean, it was on Saturday. Saturdays are like, if I'm going to record a podcast to send into the Bubba Army for them to put on their podcast thing, that's going to happen on a Saturday. That's like, and I've been wanting to do it for weeks now, and something always comes up. Seriously, it's been about a month of every weekend. I'm like, okay, this Saturday, I know a thing I can cover that'd be really exclusive for the Bubba Army podcast. I can do that and whatever. And, I got a bunch of different ideas, and I'm just like, okay, it'll take me like, I can record it. I can do, an hour long episode instead of having to do 3 hours to send in one episode. I can get more in if I just do it like an hour or something, break down some shit. I don't know, hour and a half. But guys, I've just been swamped with shit. So I'm going to try to make that work this Saturday. We'll see what the fuck happens. I don't know. But yeah, guys, things have been fucking nuts. I've been so goddamn busy. But the stream has been working out. Oh, thank you. I saw it a second ago. Thank you, Willie Jenkins. I appreciate that, family, for the sub. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the Bubba chat tomorrow. 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Bubba's going to be live. That's Eastern time. Then our evening lineup tomorrow is Scott Starbird at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then Alex Stein, prime time with Alex Stein at 7 p.m. And then I'll be on at 8 o'clock with some bullshit. All right, guys. I will see you then. Love ya.